Next hardcore band to have their song featured in a Taco Bell commercial.
I can see Fleshwater.
Fleshwater, big time. Theirs are kind of dark-sided, though. Yeah. Artist, video game, original soundtrack, Bloodborne, The Old Hunters DLC.
Dude, Doom.
Oh my God, Doom Eternal. I'll tell you, Justin and I at Closed Casket made a legitimate effort to put out the Doom Eternal soundtrack.
On vinyl.
What's your ideal coffee order?
Let's give each other's.
Yours is a cold brew with a splash of half an hour.
His is a cold brew with oat milk and a little bit of vanilla touch.
That's my guy. Let's make history. Hello, welcome. It's HardLore time. How are you, bud?
I'm doing so well. I'm in sunny Van Nuys.
It's hot today.
It's warm. It's 77 degrees outside.
What are you going home to, temperature-wise?
30s. Cold. But it's January. I want it that way, you know?
That's true. If it was hot, you'd be upset.
It's unnatural. You need to reset.
Well said.
I'll talk to you in June, see how you feel.
It's not going to be good. You were here in June. It wasn't good. Well, welcome, everyone. Bo is here. We're live from HardLore HQ in Van Nuys, California. And, we just figured it would be fun to sit and chat this week. Have a nice Q&A, keep it casual.
Yeah, we went to Vegas.
We really did.
We shot a bunch of cool stuff in Vegas that I think you guys are going to really like.
Two of our best things.
Yeah, absolutely. I had... One was CBGBs, the other was heebie-jeebies, you know what I mean? And once we really figured it out... Yeah, thank you.
Well
once we figured it out, it was awesome. I had a great time.
For both, really.
For both,
100%. So, for context, both of these things would have taken way too long to have ready by this Thursday. And I didn't want to, smash them together as one thing.
No.
Because they're both so cool that they deserve their own spotlight.
Yeah.
But in Vegas, we went to both the Punk Rock Museum, which... I think we both probably had low expectations for.
Yeah, when you hear about, they have punk stuff, that you're imagining not something very in-depth.
I imagine
surface
Sum
level.
41.
Yeah, exactly. Offspring.
Etc.
Yeah, that kind
Which
of
is
thing.
that's good stuff. Bangers.
Yeah, for sure.
So am I still waiting for this world to stop hating? Banger.
Right.
No warning. No warning, suffer, survive. Banger.
But we get there and there's niche stuff.
It starts off with 4 back-to-back hardcore rooms, pretty much.
Yeah, they actual hardcore things that we would all agree are hardcore. And then it's cool because it's Fat Mike. It's a bunch of other people who I wasn't personally familiar with, except for Lisa, who was the main person at Warped Tour.
Your contact.
Our contact at Warped Tour. So it's still pretty punk and pretty cool. And dude, the people working were awesome.
Oh, loved them. They were very accommodating.
Very accommodating.
They were excited to have us there, even though they had no clue who we were, which was great.
Yeah, the first girl, I forget her name, but she was like, "You're with the podcast?" All right.
She was like, "Yeah, I know." And it was oh, okay. Can we come in? She was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
We didn't have a guide, so we were guiding ourselves. So maybe we'll be your guides in the future. We'll see.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. We should just get out of the way. The gambling exploits, because people are going to ask. We'll make it quick.
Well, we were also there for AVN.
Right. But I'm saying we gambled that night.
Yeah. That first night?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Look, guys, it's the first question here.
Yeah.
On the Q&A. I went to the ATM one time this whole trip, baby.
That is true. Before we went, he texted me, as I was in my Lyft on the way to the hotel from the airport, he said, "Do not let me play any Locket Link," which is Huff and Puff, Eureka.
Piggy Bankin', Eureka Blast.
Even that farm game that I like,
Corn, that. Yeah, Corn Game, yeah. Corn Maze. I ran an experiment this weekend in Vegas, everybody. No Locket Link. And I am up. We're back.
Where did we go? Tell them where we went.
The first night?
Well, it was after the punk rock night.
Okay. So Punk Rock Museum was first. Then we went to...
Binions.
Was that Binions?
Yeah, dude. Well, we went to the Italian place, remember?
Oh, yeah. Esther's Kitchen. Probably my favorite place in Vegas, I think.
Really good.
It's my go-to.
Really good.
Big fan. Went to Binions.
Because Old Vegas is right there.
Guys, I'm an MGM lifer, you know, Bellagio, MGM Grand, Park MGM, Aria. I usually stick to those, and to the point where I've laughed at a place called Binion's every time we pass it.
Mocked it.
I've been mocking Binion's for years, and Binion, I'm part of the Binion Minion hood now. I'm never going anywhere. I'm going Old Vegas only.
What I saw, I've seen this man go through some things. What I saw happen was unbelievable.
It was crazy.
One of the Twitter responses in regards to this was, you know, how much money, how does it feel being up so much money knowing how much Colin lost, like directed to me, and simply not the case this time.
I was infallible.
Dude.
It was like in Caddyshack when the priest is golfing.
Yes. or
yeah, and that the good Lord would never interrupt the best game of my life. That's how it felt. I sat down at every machine, lost about $100, and then won about $500.
With the exception of the samurai machine.
That was awesome.
He sat down, put in his ticket that already had a few hundred on it, and hit $600.
It was awesome.
The first spin.
Like a $3 bet too, that's rare. So something was in the air at Binion's that night. Thank God.
I'm down about $500.
So yeah, that's about how it went for the rest of the trip. So I'm up.
Yeah.
And that's all we got for gambling. That's all we got for gambling. I'm way up. Yeah. Everything's great. On the way out of Vegas, on the way home, we stopped.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Whiskey Pete's on the way home, and the same thing happened.
Whiskey Pete's, for anybody who's driven from Vegas to LA, there's like this, like, who the hell would stay here kind of place? About an hour, maybe?
Yeah, if that.
45 minutes, yeah.
Where you go, why is anybody stopping here?
It's right before.
Because they got the Dancing in Rio machine that cleaned your boy up. It was great. It was beautiful. And then the AVN Awards were Friday.
That was the hardest HardLore has worked.
Truly, in a long time.
Ages. And it was so worth it. It was awesome. You guys will see all about it, but we had a great time. Everybody was really cool.
We talked to such stars as Lily Lou, Adeline Starr, Alex Cole, Connie Perignon, Vanna Bardot, Kenzie Taylor, Brittany Andrews, and much more. This was all coordinated by our good buddy Kaya Eve.
Unbelievable help.
And our buddy Heaven, who just truly, like, we were so shy and shell-shocked and scared at this thing that, like, if they had not talked to these people for us, it never would have happened.
So,
and it turned into probably the single, like, most fun thing we've ever made.
It was awesome. So you guys will see about that. We won't spoil anything, but it was really cool. You're going to like it. And you know what? If you're a little bit of a prude, you're going to be fine.
Yeah, because we were too. And let's spoil one thing.
Okay.
Obviously, we were there to find the identity behind HardLore.com.
That was the mission.
Which is a site not owned by us. It's a site that more in line with what's happening at the AVN Awards.
Frodo and Sam. We're on our way to Mordor.
And speaking of which, we asked every single one of them if they preferred extended or theatrical Lord of the Rings, and I shit you not, 90% of them had a detailed, nuanced answer to why they had a preference.
Yeah, either way, they had a reason, and it was awesome.
This thing's incredible. Anyway. Let's now to the Q&A. Thank you all.
Well, we should also talk about the Cosmic Joke Show. We should catch up to today.
Yeah, the Cosmic Joke record release was on Saturday. It was beautiful. Morrissey canceled the You Are the Quarry at the Forum. So I was able to go. Special night.
The special night. Every band was cool.
Yeah.
The vibe was great. It was just like a celebratory thing.
It was a celebratory thing. It was, in the same room that their music video was shot in, that their empty room music video was shot in, was an oversold, sold out show.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It was my first time there. I like that venue quite a bit. Record store was awesome. There was a food fest going on.
That was crazy.
So many friends. It was beautiful. And then the next day was Kale's memorial.
Yes.
Which was
brutal,
but beautiful.
Beautiful. Really
a wonderful thing. And after that, we got steak last night, and here we are.
That was awful. Don't go to the smokehouse in Burbank. You don't need to go there. The cheese bread's pretty good.
Cheese bread was pretty good.
Cut the side of my lip, but, whatever. It's fine. Anyway.
Now
it's Q&A time, guys. Don't go to the smokehouse in Burbank. Go to Sujita instead. Okay. First question. What's up, man? That's my question.
Sanity. Love you, buddy.
Not much. Just here doing an episode with Bo. How was the gambling in Vegas? The best ever. I'm infallible, young man.
It was unbelievable.
Terry Carroll asked, what is / was it like being signed to Metal Blade? Two very different answers.
Two very different answers.
Why don't you go ahead since you're still signed there?
Metal Blade opened up a lot of doors for us. Metal Blade gave us some opportunities, whether it be financial or tour-wise, through association. There are people, much like in hardcore, like people can see a Triple B logo and be like, I don't know what that is. I should check it out. Mm-hmm. There are people who feel the same way about Metal Blade. Absolutely. Right? So they'll see, we use the...
Maybe not the pirate one.
We use the guillotine logo.
Which is back.
Which is back, because it's the best fucking one.
I like the axe.
He likes the axe.
But I'm a hella weights guy.
Yeah? And there you go. I'm a Goo Goo Dolls guy. And they'll see that and want to check it out, and they'll see us opening for Cannibal Corpse and Hate Eternal and go, oh, sick, I'm going to check that out.
I know them.
It's our second LP with them. They have definitely been, I would say, an important step for the band. They got a lot of stuff on their plate, and they got huge bands on their plate. So, of course, there's going to be like areas where they're focusing, and we need to kind of figure shit out on our own.
And that's where management comes in. And Jimmy V, the best in the biz, gets it done every time.
Lord knows he does. Yeah. So we've been happy. How do you feel?
We're I don't have any bands on there anymore. Twitching Tongues was signed to Metal Blade for Disharmony and Gaining Purpose. Both had their struggles. Disharmony had the big lineup change happen right before it came out, which they were really supportive of, because the same thing happened to Cannibal Corpse at one point.
Right.
They moved the whole band to Tampa. Chris Barnes quit.
Yeah, it was just Alex and the drummer?
Yeah, and they're panicking to the same people we're panicking to.
Interesting.
And and they're assuring them, like, guys, no, like this is the beginning.
Right.
And in Cannibal Corpse case, that really was the case. Like what they've done since, like, in the Corpse Grinder era is, to me, what defines Cannibal Corpse.
100%.
Rutan.
Yeah.
That motherfucker redefines Cannibal Corpse every time he picks up a guitar.
Unbelievable. Goat.
One of the straight up, dude.
Not to interrupt, but when did Gaining Purpose come out?
March 2018.
So we were briefly on the same label.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
Yeah. And I remember Posthuman was done after Gaining Purpose and came out first. And we were like, fuck, man.
Huh.
Right? Because
I genuinely don't recall.
I think Posthuman was 2017.
No, it was 2018.
Oh, it was?
It was, but it was early 2018.
I think it was January, February, and we were March. So I remember being like, fuck, they got us. Which didn't, I don't think that was a huge, but like Posthuman was tremendously successful on its own merits by just the songs rocking and the record rocking.
I agree.
Gaining Purpose, not really the same. I think maybe we have a tendency of choosing the wrong single every time. We always choose the wrong first single. Like, In Love There's No Law, first single was In Love There's No Law. Which, in retrospect, pretty crazy move.
Should have
to
been
not just make it as just. Disharmony, first single was Disharmony, which probably the one time we made the right move. But maybe the consensus is that we made the wrong record.
Okay.
Gaining Purpose, first single was Harakiri, which is like not a song we play.
And the video was kind of...
Video was like silly and hokey, but like I still love.
It's awesome, but depending on the message you're...
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was like highly, the first time we really dabbled in political lyrics at all, which I don't even know if I'm intelligent enough to do to this day, other than Finish the Job, which is just kill them all.
Yeah, right.
But and to be real with you, Disharmony, Paris in the last episode was talking about how Master Killer got $28,000 and how that wasn't a lot in 1995. We didn't get half that. And then for the second one, we got even less. We had to take a reduction because Disharmony underperformed. So that's my answer. Worst injuries you've sustained while playing your own set. This is Hardcore 2012 or 14. Oh, I think it was 14. I've talked about how I had an ingrown toenail the whole set, and then lasted the whole set. And Jeremy from Lifeless, last song, put his whole body weight onto that thing, and I think it was like the worst. It's like searing single second of pain I've ever
Is
felt.
there a video of that?
It's
of,
in
like,
there.
of that moment?
I've never found it. I don't want to care to relive it. But it was like my world turned black and white for a second.
I have I always have like a back or a knee thing. Like maybe once a tour. I've definitely cut like my knuckle and stuff open. Nothing too bad. Rolled an ankle maybe. James and I collided once in Australia, and I think I was a little concussed. I think because I felt nauseous afterwards for a little while. You know, there was a time I found out so I'm allergic to a certain kind of anesthesia, whatever the most common one is. I react really strangely to certain opiates if I've ever had painkillers or painkillers or anything like that. One time, Chris had his tonsils removed, or no, I'm sorry, his wisdom teeth removed, and he had, I think, Vicodin left over. I threw my back out in New York so bad that I could barely walk, like truly terrible. And this was 2015. He gave me a half of a 2.5 milligram.
Interesting.
It kept me up all night.
Really?
I could not sleep.
And isn't the whole point is you go to bed?
My mom's the same way. So my mom could never do pain pills.
The Bowen side.
We don't fuck with that.
The Irish side.
As the same thing with that kratom shit.
Oh.
I took some for like inflammation. I thought, it'll help my knees. It keeps me up, makes me pukey, makes me like kind of freak out. So I can't do any of that stuff. That sucked.
I'd be sleeping. Anesthesia, I'm out. The sleep, I don't. The day that I got my appendectomy,
yeah,
I don't think I've slept right since.
Oh well, dude. I mean, I remember them being like countdown from 10, and you're like, and you're just gone.
But that sleep I got is the only time in my whole life I think I've woken up refreshed.
I woke up vomiting.
Really?
I was dizzy from that anesthesia for about a week.
Well, you know the video that I took after my appendectomy, where I'm like, I don't have an appendix.
Oh yeah.
That was like genuine joy. A super high genuine joy guy. High for the first time. How was the porn convention? It was the best thing we've ever done.
It was cool.
It was the warmest, most welcoming community we've ever been involved with. It was insane.
I mean, so if you think of going to like some kind of big metal fest,
yeah,
we're talking essentially to the talent, right?
Yeah, we're talking to fucking Glenn Benton,
yeah,
Corpse Grinder,
yeah,
and Randy Blythe.
Now those last two would be dope. I don't know Glenn at all. I've met the other two,
right?
But you know, at most of
I mean in terms of sheer scale, like
for sure,
in terms of where you're going.
So what I mean is, at those things, it's going to be a little weird and be a little like, what? Like, why are you talking to me about Lord of the Rings?
Yeah,
not the case.
Not the case. They were so excited to just like be humans talking about whatever with us. Like we asked them what their favorite thing was,
and a lot of them
they were like, "Oh shit,
cats."
Never thought about
a lot
that.
of them. Yeah. It's like wrestling, where they can stop being the Undertaker and be normal. You know,
except for one who owned us. Like we were like, "Oh shit, you're the smartest person I've ever talked to." Master Killer of Slayer albums. Great question. It is Rain and Blood.
It's 100%. Genre defining, era defining. Predates everything, but does everything. Some
would say Master Killer is the Rain and Blood of hardcore, you know, and not Rain and Blood being the Master Killer of Slayer albums.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe and that's a stretch, of course, because Master Killer is defining things like now, because we're a fully operating propaganda machine here every week saying. Master Killer.
Yeah, saying you need to listen to it.
That was German accent, by the way.
It's Rain and Blood.
Yeah, 100%. How many 10-year-olds do you think you could take in a fight? This is funny because this was edited because I saw this earlier and it was 9-year-olds, but that is different. You get no weapons. It's just you and your bare hands. Every time you knock down one down, two more spawn in their place.
So I used to be a daycare counselor. Mm-hmm. I used to work at a daycare before and after school.
10 though?
Summer school. So we had 5th graders.
Okay.
It's K through 5. That's 10. I have done this math in my head. It's like, okay, I'm in the gym because the daycare was always in the gym. These little fuckers are running through the door.
Yeah.
What can I do? I think maybe 10.
10?
Like, but like as they're coming. The first couple, they're done.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not until there's 2 or more where you're like, get off me.
Yeah, I know. They have a lot of energy And I remember being 10 and like being a little fucker and thinking like I could probably take that old man.
But if you get clocked in the nose as a 10-year-old,
you're done.
You're done.
You're done.
You
You're crying. You're in
crying.
tears.
And they could hit you, but they're not going to hurt you. Yeah, you'd be like, ah.
10 is just 10's not that many.
I know it's not, dude. Because I'm telling you, I was a big 10-year-old.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know, 100 pounds or something.
Yeah.
Like I was not. I did all my growing by high school, so I was basically this size by high school. I was a bigger kid.
You had no weapons, just your bare hands every time you went. I think I could do.
You could pick one up.
I think I could do 200.
All right.
This next week on HardLore, Colin kills 200 10-year-olds.
This is definitely a thing where it's the opposite of diminishing returns. So someone like Brody would do way more than you, I believe you would do more than me. I genuinely believe that
we'd get tired and they don't. That's the thing. They'll just swarm you.
I think I could do 10, 12 maybe. I think you would get to around 20, genuinely.
200. 20 times 10. Agreed.
Next question.
Agree to agree. What are your go-to Chinese food orders? Depends on where I'm going. I'm a big...
is it white people Chinese?
Because if so, then it's half chow mein, half white rice, triple orange chicken. If it's the real deal, I'm a big steamed dumpling guy.
Love a dumpling.
I love a steamed dumpling, not a fried dumpling. I'm not a fried dumpling guy. I like them soft and steamy. I like any kind of like... orange chicken type thing, but not just orange, but like the orange peel or like the queen chicken or whatever that kind of acidic fried chicken dish would be.
I like a beef and broth. I like Szechuan. I love like a dry Chinese food, spicy. My mouth just started watering. Yeah. That's good stuff.
Love a lo mein, like a chicken lo mein or something. You know,
probably the whitest answers.
It's fine.
But hey, it's good.
We are where we are, and they make good shit. Favorite meal in Vegas?
Ever is a place called Delmonico's. Best experience was Beauty and Essex, thanks to friend of everything, Chris Santos.
Right.
He just had us at his restaurant, had the band in his restaurant. And it was just like an amazing experience. I recently went and like paid for a meal, you know? It felt great. At Delmonico's.
Oh, good.
Just felt like, yeah.
What about this time around?
This time around, I loved the buffet, dude.
The buffet was really
We went to the buffet at Caesars because the one at the Wynn was closed. And, dude, our server?
She was incredible. She was so sweet. Tell
the story about the brisket guy.
Oh, the guy cutting the lamb was like a guy who used to tour with Madball or something. And he saw my Breakdown shirt and he was like, "What?" He said, "What brand is that?" And I said, "It's Breakdown, New York Hardcore." And he's like, "Yeah, he used to tour with Madball." I was like, well, "Okay."
You're getting 6 rack of lamb.
Yeah, and he gave me 6 racks of lamb. And the lamb was the best part.
It was easily. The lamb and the pork.
Yeah.
The cubed pork.
And then I walked up to the creme brulee guy. They're still torching him. And he hands everybody one around me. Hands Matt one, hands the lady that comes up to me in front of me. I get there, he hands me 5 of them.
How can that be?
He just puts 5 on the plate. Matt and James both saw it happen. And I walked away. He went, "You want more?"
No.
It was like, well, maybe because they were closing.
Oh, I see. So they're getting rid of the.
They just get rid of him, and he knew he found his guy.
Yeah. Love a creme brulee. I had 9 different desserts. They were all good really minus 1, but I had 9.
Creme brulee was fantastic.
It was
all of them.
The cone, and you had the cone too.
The cone was good. The espresso cone. So we love the Caesars buffet. Very good. Would Bo ever want to do vocals in a band? Let me answer this, Bo. He does. It's called Wolf Note.
But like a heavy band, I probably would or could.
Yeah, I think you would sound great.
Yeah, I think I would and could, but I'm just not. I've been in a creative slump for 33 years.
And your back's in shambles.
My back is in shambles. But
first person sings along and hangs on to your back.
Yeah.
I think you could and should.
But yeah, listen to Wolf Note. I get an email that says like Wolf Notes September and rewind, and it's like 3 listens.
Yeah. Or you get the Bandcamp sales.
That's what I'm saying.
Lifetime sales, and it'll be like lifetime sales $346, month sales 0. I get about 6 of them a month. We were not on the Viva La Vinyl message board, right?
Nope.
Never heard of that in my life.
I was into vinyl really early on, sold a bunch of shit, and then kind of got back into it within the last few years.
We did not look up Liv's work after AVN. We knew her before. Okay, we know her personally. Rank post black metal. Black album Metallica records.
It's actually I'll go Reload Load.
Reload Load.
Yeah. Hardwired.
You over Death Magnetic?
Death Magnetic seasoned and then
Hardwired, the song what is it called? Soldier Soul, pick the higher road.
Moth to a Flame.
That song that's the best.
Moth to the Flame.
I think that's single best post black album song.
Really?
Yeah.
Better than the like radio hits of Load and Reload?
100%.
Well, because it's like a metal song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a metallic song. It has the
Yeah, it has
as a pre-chorus.
Yeah.
They did all this. That hook is incredible. But then the song's 9 minutes long, and they just do the whole thing twice. But I think the parts in there, fantastic. I would go Hardwired, Load, Reload, Death Magnetic. You know what? I might go Hardwired, Death Magnetic, Load, Reload.
Wow.
I don't think any of them are fully good.
No, none of them are fully good, but I do think Reload is better than Load, strangely.
You know what? I might go Stanger, Hardwired, Death Magnetic, Load, Reload.
Have you ever gotten through Stanger?
In one listen, never.
It's
in 30 listens, never.
I would say it's one of the most difficult things.
It's so cool. I'm so glad it exists. And you're like, this thing's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
And then you put it on with the boys, and you realize Frantic's the best song ever.
Does it make you appreciate? Like, does Frantic or fucking Saint Anger or Amber? Sweet Amber.
Sweet. How sweet are you?
Does that make you
does it get?
Appreciate Battery more? You know what I mean? Like, does it work that way?
Well, it's just you put Battery on, you go, how is this the same guys?
Shit.
Anyway. Stanger number 1. Any chance for an episode soon where y'all break down the logistics of touring? How would that?
We've definitely did that.
Yeah, what would you want?
That was one of our earlier episodes where we did our guide to touring.
Yeah.
So it's out there. Do you mean they might mean logistics with like booking and stuff, which there are many tiers of that. That's
a whole other.
We're a new band with a demo. Well, you got to have friends the next city over. That's how it starts. Or know someone who knows someone, you know. Yeah. And then it goes all the way up to...
Or logistics as in getting show to show.
Getting show to show and where to sleep.
We've
done that. It's out there.
I mean, we're working on something.
We could do a 2.0 someday.
We're working on something down the line that will help with that. What's your drumming warm-up and practice routine? I do not warm up.
You really not?
Don't warm up.
Not at all?
No, I'll stretch my calves a little bit, and then I'll just do the like. But I don't do the like hour on the pad before or anything. Maybe if I did, I'd be better. But we play 5 times a year, so who cares? Practice is more. It's more rehearsal. Like if we have something coming up, we'll play 2 or 3 times, and then we'll play. But I don't practice nearly enough. I barely consider myself a drummer at this point. I play when I need to, you know, much like Batman. When are you guys trying to footlong cookie at Subway?
Okay, listen. Obviously, I hate Subway, but their cookies go. So I would try it.
Yeah. You're right. I would too. Top 5 choruses all time. This is big. This is a whole episode.
Yeah, we should have prepped for this. Okay, but off the top of your head is good.
Toto Africa.
That was the first one I thought of.
The Promise One in Rome. Sorry that I'm just thinking of the right words to say. I know they don't sound the way I planned them to be. And if I had to walk the world, I'd make you fall for me. I promise you I will. That's the one.
Keep going. You got 2.
I got 2 bangers. Fuck.
Okay. You will edit you and make you so.
No, I'm not gonna cut this. Watch this. There will be no cuts. I'm gonna say Michael Jackson Earth Song. It's just melody. There's no words. It just goes, ah, ah.
Crazy key change.
And then it goes, ah, ah. I think that's one of the greatest choruses ever. Fuck, man. choruses.
Yeah, 3.
Lady Gaga, Venus.
Oh.
When you touch me, I die just a little inside. I wonder if this could be love. This could be love. 'Cause you're out of this world, galaxy, space, time. I wonder if this could be love. This could be love. All right, that's enough. Number 5.
Yeah. These are all subject to change.
These are all gonna change. What's like a great melodic metal chorus?
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
I, the master killer, strike you down. That's a good one. What are some of yours?
Want to Dance with Somebody, Whitney Houston.
Oh, fuck.
In Your Eyes, Peter Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Higher Love, Steve Winwood.
Bring me a Diet
Coke by Steve
Winwood.
Let's see. Going Away to College by Blink-182. It's on Enema. I just think it's a really nice chorus. For that kind of music, it's like as good as it's going to get, you know? And then, dude, for metal, Rainbow in the Dark.
Brother. He had something, huh?
Dude, Dio is unbelievable.
Yeah, imagine replacing the best guy ever and doing a really good job. Like, that means you're the best guy ever.
I went to a casino in Milwaukee the other night and walked into a room where there was a cover band. Walked in during an Iron Maiden cover. The time. Da, da, da. The minute I sat down in a machine and started playing, they started playing Holy Diver. Big pop in the room, too. Which was cool. And I hit $200
Dude, that just reminded me.
Yeah.
When I sat down at the Megabucks machine and You Give Love a Bad Name started playing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's a fucking hook.
We listened to exclusively Cro-Mags, Bon Jovi, and Wesley Willis. For the last
there's one.
4 days.
There's a great chorus. The chicken cow. The chicken cow. That's a good one. Suck a caribou's ass is a great one. Or the vultures, the vultures, the vultures, the vultures, the vultures ate my dead ass up. That's a good one. All right. Favorite music and or hardcore documentary? It's Some Kind of Monster.
Oh, wow. For non-hardcore, Some Kind of Monster. Yeah. For hardcore, I think the America's Hardcore documentary has nuggets that are really cool. For the most part, it kind of sucks. Another State of Mind is like half fake and half real, but with the commentary on with the Stein brothers from Youth Brigade, it's amazing. And
Ian McFarlane's The Godfathers of Hardcore.
Oh,
unbelievable.
And until, of course, the HardLore Chronicles come out.
Yeah. The HardLore Chronicles.
Don't you worry about
the New York HardLore Chronicles, which I can't call because I want Drew Stone to like us. I think it'll just be called New York HardLore.
Yeah.
New York HardLore, Chapter 3, Stigma in Manhattan. Just wait, man.
Just you wait.
If you had to choose an existing song as your wrestling walkout music, what would it be?
An existing song?
Yeah.
The master. I mean, honestly, Time Ends is a great.
Time Ends is a great one.
You walk out then, you know? It's an amazing song. Death Camps.
Age of Quarrel would be a good one, too. Just come out to...
Yeah, that'd be pretty
that would be good.
Or literally any Hatebreed song. Name one.
Yeah.
It's a perfect wrestling entrance.
Yeah. Proven would be good. Perseverance would be good. I Will Be Heard is like built for that. Yeah. The pop immediately would be insane.
Oh, man. Kind of got
I know.
A little chills.
Good. Wolverine Blues would be really good. Candlemass, intro into Well of Souls would be crazy. If you're like a spooky goth ass beater, that's for you. And that might be me. Top 5 metalcore / adjacent records from your friends Balmora.
Oh, hey boys.
Hey Balmora. Cave In Till Your Heart Stops. Cave in beyond hypothermia.
Cave
in Jupiter.
I would say At the Gates.
That's mellow death, dude.
You think so? You wouldn't call that metalcore?
No, it's mellow death.
I think
melodic death metal. That's the Age of Coral of melodic death metal.
The master killer of
melodic death metal.
So what is metalcore? Define it for me then.
I just think you know it when you hear it, and I know it when I hear Cave In Until Your Heart Stops that it's the best one.
Okay.
I think it's the blueprint of what metalcore can and should be. You know, obviously early 18 Visions, early Poison the Well.
Dead to Fall, everything I touch turns to pieces.
There you go.
Or falls to pieces.
There you go. I would say Converge Petitioning.
Wow.
Up there.
See, but like that wouldn't strike as metalcore to me. I would never think that. Just Converge. Truly,
honestly, they're in
a
league of their own. Yeah, every Cave In record and every Converge record. Those are the big ones.
Because like, is there not an argument to say that Master Killer is a metal
like metallic hardcore, and that's the thing is I know that metalcore is was that.
Right.
But it's obviously become something.
There's also its own thing.
Swag metal is its own thing now, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Scrams.
Volumes, and if you have a scram, you're swag metal. You know, Spirit Box, that's swag
Swagged
metal.
out,
I think the Cave In Discog is my favorite metalcore / Jason records. We are LDB Dive public service announcement. We kind of did that before. Do it good.
But we did get good news. Can we talk about it?
I don't think so. Diving's going to be great this year.
It's going to be much better.
That's all you need to know. What's the story behind Disharmony Zero? The tracks sound awesome. I've always wanted to know some background behind why you did them. So the music is the demos. Those are the Disharmony demos. That's what we did. That's pre-production. You're listening to pre-production. I did vocals over them later and lied and said I did them earlier, but they were later. The vocals were way later. It was single take and just just ripping through them. And we just loved the pre-production production and wanted to hear him finish. So maybe we'll finish the whole thing at some point. Maybe we'll redo the whole thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Question for Bo. I'm planning on going to Chicago this summer. What are the must places to go in Chicago? Must go. My God, I told you I can't read. Must go places in Chicago, food or things to do.
Okay. Summertime is perfect because Chicago's a beautiful city. Right now, it's the worst. We're in the fucking death.
Yeah.
The valley.
Yeah.
The doldrums.
Okay.
That was the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
We're not in Death Valley. The valley.
That's good.
Here's what you do. Go on Groupon and find yourself the architectural boat tour. There's a river system through the city that starts at Lake Michigan. It goes way up north, way down south. Get there, get on the boat tour. It's like $30 a person. Pizza, you want to go to Pequod's or Lou Malnati's. If you want thin style, you want Tortoricis or Pat's. For a beef, you want Portillo's or Johnny's.
Come on.
I'm a Portillo's man. But there is excellent ramen on both in Logan Square and Wicker Park, in Chinatown. Incredible ramen.
What if they were looking for a Michelin star experience?
There's Momotaro. There's Kasama. Just got a Michelin star. It's in my neighborhood. It was featured in The Bear briefly.
Congrats, Kasama.
It's a Philippine kind of breakfast spot, I believe.
With a Michelin star?
With a Michelin star.
That's fucking awesome.
Crazy. Yeah. You're going to want to stay. So the thing is, if you're not staying downtown, you're going to stay by the airport. Don't stay by the airport because you're way out there.
That is in the boonies. I've done it and it ain't good. Don't do it.
Stay downtown, spend the money.
Except that Portillo's near the airport is damn good.
That was pretty good. Enjoy the beach, enjoy the lakefront. The Skokie has a botanical garden that is literally one of the most beautiful places ever. It's free.
So you said beach.
Yeah.
Let me remember the famous question asked by one fill-in member of a beloved touring band. Does Illinois have ocean?
Illinois does not have ocean.
Okay.
Illinois has lake that you can't see across.
An incredible lake,
right? Some might say great lake.
Okay.
But there's so much to do in Chicago.
Does Illinois have ocean is one of the funniest things a person has ever said.
It's something like 20 miles of beachfront. The whole city is lined by the beach. So, I mean, there's shopping, there's shows, there's comedy, there's whatever you're into, we got.
It's pretty good. How many bands are you guys trying to add to HardLore Records this year? I don't think there's a number, but we feel it when we see it.
It's really cool to be like, I want to be involved in this.
Yes.
And not feel like we have to fill some quota.
It's an amazing feeling. Yeah. We felt it the other day, and we can't wait to tell you more.
Yeah, very true. My back still reeling.
Just like something about a young straight edge band that like rocks
and gets
it makes me feel like a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's coming next. We'll see. Could we get music composed by Colin and Bo? Maybe have features from previous like a Mark Ronson type thing, like we're Mark Ronson. Like there's a HardLore album.
Oh,
they're suggesting a HardLore album where we make the music and other people sing.
Interesting.
That's a good idea. Leak that. The album release party for Cosmic Joke looked awesome. How are y'all approaching finding artists to work with in the future? I don't think there is an approach, and I think that's the beauty of it.
The only thing is kind of like regional. We want to kind of fill gaps.
Sure.
And we want to put over bands that like we give a shit about and that think could use it.
Yeah, 100%.
We want it to be beneficial all across the board.
100%. Top 5 favorite UK hardcore bands of all time. Isn't that in the...
It's got to be. It's Chisel.
100%. Arms Race.
Street Soldier.
Chubby and the Gang.
High Vis.
Knuckle Dust.
Perfect.
Question for Colin. What happened with you trying to be a wrestler only for Brody to end up being a wrestler? This is a cool story, honestly.
It is a cool story. I like it.
So my ex-girlfriend, Carlin Bathe, shout out to her, currently in arena and out of arena, broadcaster for the NHL. Used to work for the LA Kings. She was the in-arena announcer for the LA Kings. Her buddy Augie was formerly like a job guy, like a WWE job guy, like worked all the time.
Oh, really?
Did dark matches.
I got you.
Did the job.
Yeah.
Did the job means lost. She told him I liked wrestling, and he was like, if you ever want to give it a shot, let me know. And I was like, I want to give it a shot. Let's go.
How old were you?
This was 2014. So I was 21, 22.
Which is pretty
prime
good.
time.
That's prime time.
It's prime time. But I had never lifted weights. I had never ran a mile. I had never done anything athletic in my life to the point where upon giving it a shot, I only went in a ring twice. Gave it a shot twice that first time. And well, first of all, you're supposed to not go in a ring for months.
Yeah, right. You're
supposed to do the work and learn all the basics outside of it. So we did it wrong. He fast tracked me and it spooked me. And it made me think like, damn, I'm not an athlete. I have no business doing this. Brody King, obviously my best friend of a long time, much longer than that, was like, damn, I'm jealous that you got to do that. I want to give it a shot. So where I got like a private instruction at that school, he did the real thing and just signed up for the school. And he's fucking massive. Santino Brothers Academy in Bell Gardens, California. Check it out. I was a little shrimp and he was a big guy who was born for it. And like, there really is a thing. If you're cut out for it, they know right away.
Really?
Yes. And they're gonna kick your ass a little bit to be like, this guy's the real deal. We need to make sure. And he was the standout everywhere he went. And he went to the Harley race camp. He was the standout there. Everybody, they joked and called him standout. And he stayed in the program for years, and like they held on to him and made sure he rocked before debuting. He debuted in a battle royale that was like Halloween themed. So he was Hillbilly Jim in a Halloween battle royale as his debut, and I was there. It was awesome. And then his second match was squashing some guy, which was incredible. He came out to God's hate, hit his finish, killed him. It was amazing.
Was he Brody King right away?
He was Brody King right away. Had merch at the first gig, which they were all like, what are you doing, man? Why do you have shirts? Because he comes from hardcore.
He comes from hardcore. He knows.
He's like, I know how to market myself. And
boy, does he.
Look at that. Look how that went. You can only eat food originating from one country for the life. What country do you pick? Japan with a bullet.
Is that true?
100%.
Really?
No hesitation.
More than Mexico?
I could alternate ramen, sekimen, sushi, wagyu beef.
You ever heard of a
Every
little
single
place called fucking Italia?
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
Pizza pasta.
Pizza, pasta, fish.
I'm a dead man.
No, Bronzino.
I'm
fish.
dead.
There's all seafood. There's squid and octopus. There's fresh stuff. There's olive.
Yeah, they got all that in Japan.
They got bread.
They got all that in Japan.
Going to Italy.
They got better noodles in Japan.
Going home.
Home? Yeah, half home.
Quarter.
I ain't picking Ireland, I'll tell you that.
Quarter. Yeah, that's for...
You get potatoes.
I'm not...
I don't like corn. Have you ever seen that bit, the Jim Gaffigan bit?
No.
About the potato famine, where he's like, the whole thing was about a potato famine, but they had corn. I don't like corn. It's very good.
Italy.
Japan, no question. I could alternate 2 Japanese meals a day, 7 days a week, no problem.
I don't believe it.
We're going after this. We already knew. Well, that's already been established.
That is where we're eating tonight. I'm very excited.
What's the scoring criteria for a good stage dive? I don't know if there's so much of a score,
but it is a fail pass.
Yeah, it's like that sucked, or damn, that was awesome.
You need to be in the air.
Gotta get in it. Gotta get
just
air,
jump,
man. And it's
jump
like,
and roll if you're scared.
There's a confidence you can see in it. If somebody's like, it's like, no, that wasn't good. But if you're just give it your all and send it, it's a 10.
That's really all it is. You'd rather not be able to shower an entire tour or only be allowed to eat Subway. Wow. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, 2 weeks. Because a month, you're not going a month.
I love showering.
I love showering too. On tour, I kind of do it twice a day.
Yeah, I guess the stank. I get the stank. I'm a stinky wake up guy.
Me too.
I wake up stank. So I get pit. That's very harm's way. I got foot.
Foot.
Everybody, if harm's way's way of saying that they developed the athlete's foot in Australia was I got foot.
Brother.
And we got foot from the same guy. Thanks, I exist. I think I would choose Subway, honestly. I love to shower.
So for a 2-week tour, now I can lalabo, I can deodorize.
You know what?
I can wet wipe.
You know what? I can use the Manscaped crop mop, and then I could eat anything I want. This episode is brought to you by Manscaped.
Wow.
The best male grooming products in the world, and they've been our longest running sponsor for almost 2 years.
Oh, yeah. Well over a year now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. I have Manscaped stuff with me. I use it every single day.
Look at my work here with the handyman. Unbelievable. Can you believe that?
I literally can't believe that. We love Manscaped. If you use code HardLore on manscaped.com, you get 20% off and free
shipping, man. That's all you need to get anything. So just do it.
Just do it.
I just re-upped on the body wash.
You got all your new stuff here.
Got all my new stuff, dude. The crop mop wipes are truly incredible.
Are they? Now, let me ask you. Are they for your man, or are they for...
They're for your scape. Oh, yeah. Down there. And they're for... It's like... It says on there, it says like balls and butt.
Beautiful.
Like right on there. So you can go balls to butt. One wipe.
I love that.
Front to back. And that's what they're made for. I will say there's only 12 in the pack. So maybe get 2 packs if you're going to get it.
Okay.
Lawnmower 5.0, dude.
Dude, I can't wait. Mine's waiting for me at home.
Oh my God.
Use it tomorrow.
It's USB-C charging now. It doesn't have the wireless thing.
Okay.
Which I greatly prefer.
Because it's universal.
It is universal. Everybody's got it. Man. And it's been the new stuff has been a game changer for me.
They have supported us for a long time, and you can support us by going to manscaped.com and using code HardLore.
20%. Free shipping. Athletic Greens, AG1. Proud to support AG1 here on HardLore. And they support us. They support our gut health. They supply us with the vitamins, probiotics, and antioxidants we need. I drank this. I look forward to it's the best part of my day.
It's something it's just part of my daily routine. Yeah. Much like showering and everything else.
And as it should be. And I just got testimonials from one of the people at the AVN Awards.
We don't want to spoil it.
We don't want to spoil it because it's an amazing moment. James Boozma, who we just hung out with in Vegas, told us that he's on AG1 because of us and that it cleared up his gut.
That is so true. I forgot about that. He told us that at dinner. I love AG1. I love drinking AG1 whenever I can. I regrettably didn't bring any with me on this trip.
I got travel packs.
Packed in a hurry.
Travel packs up the gills for you. But truthfully, my digestive system has never been as good as it is since drinking AG1. And that's really all you should need to hear to give this a shot. So go to athleticgreens.com/HardLore, and you're going to get 5 free travel packs. LDB is right around the corner. Jag, right around the corner. Tied Down right after that corner. Sound and Fury is coming. Outbreak is coming. Don't cause an outbreak with your bowels, with your nasty digestive tract. Drink AG1, get it cleared up. Back to the episode.
That was our best. There was no cut there.
There's no cut.
That was.
What record shops do you currently love, and which ones do you miss? We were big Tower Records kids, man.
We saw where we were yesterday had a bunch of signs, relics of, was it all Valley stuff? Relics of Valley, advertising and branding. Huge Tower Records neon sign
in orange. Or kale, beautiful. That going to Tower Records before going to the movies, is I can't think of a better day that 8th grade me had.
Yeah, my mom and I would go to Tower one weekend, and then that we would alternate between Tower and then Barnes and Noble. We go, it would be like get a book one week, and then get a book every 2 weeks, and then a record every 2 weeks, kind of thing. Amazing.
Here's the thing, man. I bet you whatever city you live in, if it's a major city in any way, has some record store owned by a hardcore punk guy.
Dude.
And they've got a bunch. We got Midnight Hour, we got Going Underground, we got Headline. So if you're if you're coming to LA, start at Midnight Hour, because it's just the singer of ACXDC running the joint. Going Underground, same thing. Punk records, all the best stuff. Headline Records, been there since the 80s or something. They got bootleg pins you wouldn't believe. Check them out. You got what? Reckless?
Reckless is kind of the bigger one, which is definitely there are hardcore adjacent people involved, but it's a little more probably Amoeba-esque, I would say. Bucket of Blood is actual, the double cross 7-inch is in there. And then there's a newer one called Signal Records in Wicker Park that is outstanding. They got cool bootleg shirts. I got a nice Entombed one there. They got all kinds of good stuff. So.
Very nice.
Bucket of Blood, though, that's...
Bucket sounds badass.
Yeah, it's awesome. Dude, they got sci-fi and books and horrors. It's a whole thing.
Sold. You see Twitching Tongues doing a Carnivore cover someday. Isn't that funny? SMD is recorded. It's on the In Love Deluxe reissue that just came out last year.
And not Carnivore, but as is Gravity.
As is Gravity. We also opened our very first show ever with the breakdown from Inner Conflict. So... yeah, I've thought about it. We did it a long time ago. Bo, thoughts on paper straws?
Oh, I hate paper straws. I really think they're fucked up and bullshit and total trash. You have the
bamboo straws?
Bamboo straws. If an alternative, look, I get the plastic straw thing. I looked into it.
But just think about how much less waste that is creating than Nestle is by themselves or something.
Yeah, of course. So the straw thing, whatever. I think we all long for the days of yore, but when there's these alternatives, the biodegradable fake plastic ones, come on, just have that.
Just do that.
Hey, somebody make a really good telescoping straw.
But dude, here's the problem with those. Cleaning them is impossible.
Yeah, you got to have the
thing.
You
can't do it. And we have the thing, but you get your collection of straws dirty, and then the idea of doing the thing to all of them is okay, I got to make 2 hours free now to do this.
Yeah, so it sucks. So just give me the bamboo or the sugar cane or whatever the hell it is.
Come on. There's other people can eliminate their own waste so that straws can exist.
I'm not even trying to be dramatic, but in my mind, I take note when a place has a paper straw, I won't go back. If I can avoid it.
100%. There's no point. It's especially, dude, you ever had a milkshake with a paper straw? I'll kill myself.
It's impossible.
It's awful. Has Harm's Way ever recorded any covers?
No, I don't think we have. Interesting. We've done plenty live, but no, I don't believe we've ever recorded a cover for some reason.
Give it a whirl.
Strange.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's not up to me.
That's true.
I'm one piece of that puzzle.
This is an interesting question. I don't know that I have an answer. First band you regret loving. Not canceled, not guilty pleasure, but band you repped so hard and now can't stand. Can't stand.
I'm thinking. There's
I don't know that I have that. I really I don't have guilty pleasures. I think Waking the Fallen is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm not out here, jamming the new stuff, but I don't think I have a band I regret loving.
No. I'm really thinking like I like some street punk stuff at one point that was like a little silly, but I don't regret it.
Yeah.
In any way.
I don't think we have checkered musical pasts, really.
No, not really. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Blink-182 and Sum 41 were like, Kid Rock. I loved Kid Rock. I loved Devil Without a Cause.
He was like a rocker. He was hard. Like the hip hop thing was a thing, but also he was like a nu metal guy.
He used Sad But
I
True.
know, it was awesome. So it was like Slipknot, Korn, Kid Rock were like one type of music, and yeah, he fucking sucks. So,
and now he sucks. So
that's a good answer.
I would say
great answer. Yeah. What's your favorite Dying Fetus album? And Bo, what kind of picks do you use?
That's funny.
I would say the best one is Reign Supreme. My favorite is Destroy the Opposition, because that was like
what got you.
That's what got me really into like death metal, kind of, as a kid.
We've just talked is a poignant thing. I bet that's because of it's probably because of that Twitter thing going around. For a long time I used the Dunlop Max grip ones because I like the grip, and then one day I just tried the yellow Dunlop .73s, and I seem to not drop them as much live. My hands get a little sweaty.
Me too. I like the green.
He's the green man.
With the .88 millimeter Dunlop. If you choose the final pit for the rest of your life, what pit would it be? Maybe
Apocalypse Now.
Really?
It's got everything.
I might say Doomsayer, dude.
No, that's Beholder of Justice. Yeah, dude, the 808 on that is
it feels good.
Easy.
Yeah, I could have that on repeat and run a marathon. Twitch O negative typo tongues for Halloween this year. Nope.
Pretty good, though.
It is good, but I am Glenn Danzig. Top 5 kick sounds on albums, EPs.
Boy, that's gonna be more you coded. I could do snare. I don't know if I could do kick.
I'll tell you some fun ones. Pantera, Far Beyond Driven.
Yeah. Sounds like it just sounds slappy.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Dimmu Borgir, puritanical, whatever it's called, euphoric misanthropia or whatever. Kick sounds. Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears. Only Living Witness, Pro Mortal Form.
Let me spin one at you.
Please.
Different gear, but Rumors.
Sound City. It wasn't Sound City, but
the drum on think about Dreams. It's just perfect.
But you're not really. It is perfect, but you're not. That's not like a kick oriented thing. Whereas like Cranberries, No Need to Argue or something is fucking.
Yeah,
that's drums. You know. Who had a fucking great kick is Cure.
Cure had a good one.
Yeah.
How about Hot for Teacher?
Van Halen 1984 is the final answer for best kick sound ever. Good job. Top 5 video games. Damn. Metal Gear Solid 3, Super Mario 64, Persona 5, Bloodborne, The Witcher 3. Damn, that was easy.
Really good answers. World of Warcraft. This is a no answer. Diablo 2 LOD expansion.
Damn. The homie Ball, dude.
Couldn't believe Ball.
The homie Ball.
Ocarina of Time. Boy, that's tough. Dude, I'm not a shooter guy. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Hitting a lobby. I just had a great experience with that. And then probably Play the Spire. I'll say check out Astroneer. If you've never played Astroneer, it's been on my mind a lot lately.
Interesting.
I think that's what makes a game good is when you just like, I gotta play that again.
I feel the same about movies now.
Yeah.
Is like I think me wanting to rewatch it should be considered into how good I think
Dude, 100%.
I love Killers of the Flower Moon. I actively thought it's going to be a long time before I can watch that again. I loved Oppenheimer. I was ready to hit play the second it ended.
Wow.
And maybe that's the subject material, and maybe that's the idea, is you got to face the reality of what you've just seen.
I think I could watch No Country for Old Men weekly.
I feel the same about Hateful Eight.
Forever,
I feel the same about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. So these are our, I would say, our shared favorite movies.
Yeah. I forgot one. Fortnite. Will we ever see a Bo signature guitar with Ibanez?
Dude, I've asked. It's highly unlikely just because of like how that shit works. There are like a few thousand people who know who I am. You know what I mean? Ibanez has got to move some units, but if there, I think currently.
It's possible now. You know,
maybe, and I don't think. I think I don't know where we are with Ibanez right now, just because of years and stuff. Because I just haven't thought or talked about it in a minute. But hey, I'm open.
I know a guy.
However,
I know a couple guys.
There is something, I just got text about it right before we started, that is guitar related, just not a direct guitar, that I'm going to be so excited about announcing very soon.
I don't even know what it is, and I'm excited.
Prototype running.
Okay. I know what it is. Any chance? Oh, that's an interesting follow-up. Any chance you'll join the Dunnable Army?
I mean,
you're open for business. He's open for business. He's open for business.
I truly
he
don't
loves
know.
Ibanez.
I do genuinely love Ibanez. Don't know,
but it's up in the air.
Just don't know yet.
Is Urban Discipline a Master Killer tier album, or is there a spectrum of Urban Discipline tier records? That's really funny.
Wow.
Also, what are your workout splits, routines? How many grams of protein per day? Damn, this is a loaded one.
This is a good one.
I think I go self-titled and State of the World Address over Urban Discipline, so it's hard for me to say that it's the perfect one. I think State of the World Address is one of the most ambitious, thoroughly thought out and produced hardcore records of all time, and I think self-titled is like a raw, gritty masterpiece. Urban Discipline, I understand why it's the hit.
Yeah.
Punishment is like a perfect song, and it's like that's one of those top hardcore songs of all time list type hardcore songs. Yeah. But start to finish as an experience, it's my third favorite.
Interesting. I default to your judgment on that because I really only like State of the World Address and Urban Discipline.
Okay. I mean, I think you'll like self-titled. Yeah, well, it's way more punk.
Oh, right. Way it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's kind of that. What are your workout splits, routines? Protein per day, you try to hit a gram per body weight.
Mm-hmm.
That's the rule.
Per pound of body weight.
Per pound of body weight. And it's very difficult to do.
Is it?
At 230 pounds, I'll tell you what, yes, it is. With of whole foods, yeah. Yeah, you can take shakes all day, but it's not going to work the same. Not the same.
It works differently, but I think if you supplement with enough.
With something, yes, but you have to keep in mind that your body can only process like 30 to 40 grams at a time.
What does at a time mean?
And per meal. Like per like few hours. Like you're going to digest, you can only digest 30 to 40 grams at a time.
I know someone who would really disagree with that.
Well, they look good, so that makes sense. I'm just going what people with masters in kinesiology would say, which is, I mean, and he was clearly born.
He was born a little different.
Gifted. born different,
built
for
different.
Sure. Workout splits, routines. This show has destroyed any routine that I've ever made. Not for you, so don't do it me.
All I'm saying is, I haven't worked out in 8 days, and it's like,
yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah,
Mondays were big push day. Tuesdays would be like cardio and legs or something. Wednesday would be big pull day. Thursday would be probably full rest. Friday would be like full body cardio.
Really?
That's ideal for me.
What do you
now?
When do you push?
Push Monday.
Oh, that was your first one.
Monday's push. Big chest and shoulders.
Yeah.
So that Tuesday I'm walking around like a fucking gorilla. You know?
Feels so good.
Dead. But jacked. Where Alana's like, can you close the fridge? And I'm like, I can't. No.
Physically cannot.
No, you don't understand. Yeah, what's yours like?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
That's great.
Yeah, I do. Deadlift and then everything associated Monday. Bench press, everything associated Wednesday. legs
Pull,
on
push,
Friday.
legs.
Yeah, pull push
Pull
legs.
push legs is great.
And then something at home, fun accessories at home.
Oh, I love an accessory.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and the fact that I can't make it to the gym means I'm doing like 200 to 300 push-ups in here.
Yeah, dude.
Doing some kind of shoulder thing.
Truly, the hotel room push-up thing has become a thing.
It's the best.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel like not a piece of shit.
Not a piece of shit. Which is...
Anyway. Oh yeah, look at that. Point G per pound. Thoughts on CM Punk joining WWE? I think it was a no-brainer, and can't wait to see where it goes. I've never been this invested in the show.
We can talk brief. We watched the Rumble. We watched the Women's Rumble as we were driving from Vegas, and had a great time.
Great time. I thought it was the best one yet. Why did you guys get haircuts? I would say, I mean, us with long hair, objectively worse.
It did not work for either of us.
No, and I think maybe when we play live, it did.
Of course,
but that's 30 minutes a year. You know,
and like posing for like promos.
Yeah, when it's like perfectly coiffed and you can hit the angle where it looks good, it's great. But other than that, life is a fucking pigsty.
Dude, go back and look at any video, pictures, anything of you. You're wearing a hat.
Wearing a hat.
In a bun.
I'm bunned up. I'm wearing a hat because I hated it.
It sucks, dude. And someone else told us that at the AVNs. Was like, why'd you cut your hair?
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's just because it sucked.
Yeah, I think it was Brooke Johnson.
Yeah,
said that.
Just sucks.
It's not fun.
It's not, and it didn't. We have very similar hair. Actually.
Yeah, and it gets unhealthy. It looks ratty. To cut that rat's nest off your head, you look like an asshole.
Cut the mullet.
Shout out to Wesley Willis. How's the new pit studio coming along? So the new pit studio is being built from scratch. Literally, the structure is being built from scratch.
Saw a picture.
The foundation has been laid, and now the wood for the walls has been built.
Yeah, like the frame.
The frame is built. So there you go. That's how it's coming along. This is nice. I watched an old episode last week, and it really shined a light on how much you have grown. I know Bo wasn't going through the best of times back then, so it's lovely to see how happy and confident he is now. Thanks for letting us be a part of the journey with you.
I didn't know that really came through the episode so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through some shit. But that's just life, babies. That's just how it goes.
It's just life. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks.
We've loved having you as part of the journey as well.
That is a really nice thing to read.
It is. And we have dark days and bright days over here, but
dark months.
We power on. Nevertheless, we persist. Eleanor Roosevelt, right? Can you upload the Gold Dust Woman to Apple Music or Spotify? Sure, let's do it.
Oh,
I guess that would be part of the Disharmony session, so that's kind of up to Metalblade. Well, you said you are tired of playing Scrambled. Are there any other songs from Isolation you would like to play besides Breeding Grounds? Parentheses, timing?
Actually, timing is probably the next most likely because the pit is so obvious and it's generally pretty good. When we did the Isolation show last year, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I loved playing New Beginnings, which is the one with the big Celtic Frost ending. Bow, 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 when you
so my stomach just made the most insane noise.
It's like the second to last. It goes Pretender
yes.
Slither Pretender, blah blah blah. Right. Really liked playing that song. I think it's fun. But yeah, I think timing would probably be the most likely one. That song is fun to play.
Beautiful. Most anticipated video game of this year. It's pretty shot. When is
GTA?
Not this. Just 2025.
What about Elder Scrolls?
2027 or 8?
Really?
Yeah, it's not happening. Starfield took everything from us, and then sucked ass. But you loved it, right?
I loved it at first, and then it was the most. Like, the thing that was cool about Skyrim or Oblivion or Fallout is like stuff would change.
Yeah.
Nothing changed. It was just the most repetitive.
Did you ever finish it?
No.
Wow. And you like to finish games.
I do. I probably put like 80 hours into it. It's a big game. It's
holy hell.
But you can automate a planet.
But that's not fun to me.
No. That's what I'm saying. Is like there's all this stuff, and you're just kind of like, yeah, but where's the
story?
I found out that there is a mission. You're supposed to go undercover, right?
Okay.
And you're supposed to kind of infiltrate these pirates.
Okay. There
is a mission that is you can't you get caught no matter what. So you can invest all this stuff peripherally into like, okay, I'm really a good guy. So I'm going to align all my other storylines with being a good guy, not a pirate. And then the pirates catch you no matter, or no. And then the
space cops.
The space cops are like, you went too far. So we're kicking you out and you're a pirate no matter what.
That's not the Skyrim.
That's a bad design.
That's not the Skyrim, I know. That's not choosing the Nords or the other guys.
Let me tell you.
Nords.
Choose anything but the Nords.
Yeah. You're kind of a bad person. Most anticipated video game of this year would be the Elden Ring expansion.
Is there an expansion coming?
Yeah. Cool. And they have the best DLC of any developer.
I've absolutely heard that.
Because the Bloodborne DLC is the best game ever. The Old Hunters is the best game ever. It's the best music ever, as you all know. You're all tired of hearing, I'm sure. What is on your, I'm assuming this is meant to say HardLore. What is on your HardLore 2024 wish list? Keep the fucking spirit alive, dude. Keep the flames burning.
There was something you thought about mentioning.
Listen, guys. This whole time we've been doing this show, people have been asking us to do a Patreon. Time has come. It's coming. So maybe next week, maybe next month, we're doing it. We're just working out the tiers. We're working out like why, you know, like what you get. We want you all to be happy with it.
But we just hope you know that this isn't us being like more.
No, nothing changes.
This is us being like, it's been 2 years.
It's what we are doing is unsustainable. The travel is unsustainable.
Yeah.
It's so fucking expensive. So
it's crazy.
So yeah, it's just that would benefit that, and you know, we'll talk about it soon.
Yeah, keep an eye out.
My stomach is going wild. It's awesome. Shot in the dark, Hail Mary guest for HardLore. I mean, it's Glenn, right?
Glenn, Jerry Cantrell, Josh Silver. I would really
Josh Silver would be great. I got one.
James Hetfield.
I mean, yeah. I got one that I would kill for. Gwen Stefani.
Really?
It would be amazing. No doubt is like Tragic Kingdom is the best ska record of all time. You know? That's punk. They're covering Bad Brains and shit, you know?
On Tragic Kingdom?
Not on it, but while touring for it, yeah.
They
were covering Sailing On.
I've seen that video. That's way before.
No, there's another one where they're playing live at like a beach festival.
That's way before.
They're still doing it in the Tragic Kingdom sets.
Wow. That's crazy.
Fucking rip, dude.
That's cool.
Gwen, if you're listening.
Gwen or Glenn?
Gwen or Glenn, the big two, the big G's. When is it too early to mention modern hardcore bands as legendary bands?
I think Terror might be the only current having never stopped band that you can call a legendary band. So that sets the watermark for me.
So 2002.
There you go.
That's kind of where it stops. Yeah. I mean, in terms of like legacy, I mean, Trap and Rice is getting there.
Yep.
Sure. I think they need one next record. They're legendary, you know?
And let's be real.
Because Terror's got 10 LPs or something.
But if TUI never came back, they did it. You know what I mean? Like they're already in.
I mean, it's a matter of time.
It's a matter of time.
In 2 more years, in 3 years, it's 20 years of the demo. Therefore, that's a legendary band. Maybe the answer is 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years, you're legendary. 20 years, you're still going, you still rock, you're legendary.
Arms weighs at 18.
There you go.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Colin, you mentioned you're a big fan of Boyz II Men. That is a fact. Are you a fan of Jodeci, and what do you think of their music? Don't know what that is. I'm a Boyz II Men guy. What's Jodeci?
I don't know.
What does that have to do with Boyz II Men?
Jodeci. You're the only Jodeci.
Oh, wow. They got some old bangers. Forever My Lady, Come and Talk to Me, Freaking You. I never heard any of these songs.
No.
I got to do some research. I'm a big Boyz II Men guy. Huge. It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday is one of my karaoke songs. I don't know if you've heard that one.
I'm sure I have. Seen you do karaoke.
How do I say goodbye? End of the Road is tough to sing, so I can't do that one as much. Water Runs Dry is one I'll hit all the time. It's tough, man.
Yeah.
Motown Philly's fun, but it's like that's not what they wanted to sound like, you know. So that was so Bill Biv DeVoe kind of discovered Boyz II Men and then produced Motown Philly for them, and that's more of like a kind of like a 90s Motown Philly, go.
I got you.
And then they do the fucking scatting thing in the end,
4-part harmony,
and then they've talked about how like that wasn't what we were. Like we're R&B.
Yeah.
Like we're harmonizers. So that's like on like the second record, they really figured out their stuff. Even on Cooley Eye Harmony, they had their identity locked, but then there's still those kind of like, this is the 90s, so you got to do this.
Of course. I really like the concept of harmony being a genre.
Yeah.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Their second show was Woodstock, which is iconic. If you've never seen the Woodstock documentary, it's all like the first song on the first Crosby, Stills, and Nash record is on there, and they say like, this is our second gig.
Oh wow!
And it's in front of however 100,000 people.
But they were already like.
But they say like, it's crazy you guys are here. Thank you for staying up to watch us sing harmony. I just love that as a concept. Harmony,
that's beautiful. Bee Gees, Boyz II Men, those are my big two. Why do a lot of modern metalcore bands get labeled as metalcore when they're clearly not a blend of metal and hardcore? For example, how can All Out War and Marauder be a metalcore band? That's the thing I'm talking about. Is like that has kind of become a different word. Metalcore is different. It's a different. Metallic hardcore is now the distinction. Yeah. Oh God, who is winning in an Iron Chef / Hell's Kitchen style cooking showdown between God, Satan, and Harm's Way?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you definitively it's Harm's Way. Nick,
I bring nothing to the table.
Brody is...
He's Chef a la King.
He's
dude.
Brody a la King. He is...
He's good.
I'm in no way... I've never actually had anything he's cooked, but I could tell from watching the streams.
He made a Jets pizza from scratch just to see what it would taste like. Unbelievable.
I do believe that. Can anyone else in Got Tate cook?
I don't know. Taylor's a Kraft mac and cheese guy, and he makes a thing called Taylor's Tuna Surprise. It's pretty good. Martine, I've never seen cook. I believe he can.
I bet Alec could cook something.
Alec makes a mean chili. Alec makes an incredible chili. That's all I've had.
Chris eats healthy. His mom's from Italy. James he's a grill guy. He's a smoker guy.
Yeah, I know.
He makes cake. I can cook.
Yeah,
I'm confident. I don't think I would be as good as Brody.
No,
truly,
he's good.
But Nick, I think, could be as good as Brody.
And then I think got a couple others.
I think that Avengers team right there.
Yeah, I think you guys probably have it, but I'm confident in Brody by himself. But I'm not going to say that we're going to win because I don't think that's right.
I think Nick was sous chef Bo. I think we got it.
Okay, where's your ideal coffee order? Coffee that makes you feel like home.
Let's give each other's.
Yours?
You tell me.
Yours is a cold brew with a splash of half and half.
His is a cold brew with oat milk and a little bit of vanilla touch.
That's my guy. and that's because that's like and it's an insurance policy. A little bit of vanilla, you know?
Yeah.
Because you could give me the shittiest bean in the world, and that little bit of vanilla is going to be like, this is a pretty good cup.
We had a not great cup in Vegas, and mine was water. Because if the cold brew itself has no flavor, then you're just adding a little bit of cream to fucking water.
Yeah.
A little vanilla in there, you got something. And it is an insurance policy. It's a great way to...
That's all you need.
And also, we get other stuff, but the cold brew, the way that we just described, that's the daily driver.
It's the one.
It's just...
I'll experiment at a place like...
Which you're talking about that on here?
I don't want to.
Bleep it.
All right, I'm gatekeeping my favorite coffee in Vegas and possibly the world, and definitely the world. It's really good. Top 3 coffee shops in the 818. We're lacking, man. I'll be honest with you. There's a drought, but House Roots is like the best one. House Roots is like the local great place. It's in Granada Hills. Other than that, man, Tortoni I really like. They're really sweet. It's like Argentinian. They have like empanadas and shit too.
Civil is an 818.
Civil's 818. Civil's a chain though.
Oh, I see.
It's a small chain.
Understood.
I'm trying to go like hyper local. House Roots, Tortoni. God, what's the third that I really like? It's trash. I mean, I go to Civil a lot because it's right there. I love the Sportsman's Lodge zone.
Very nice.
What set are you most excited for at LDB? I mean, Hatebreed. It's Hatebreed. Come on. Opinion on non-Edgemen wearing Edge Band's merch? Thank God for you.
Yeah.
Good God. Thank you for buying it. We need you. We need you. Will we hear any new Dead Body in 2024? Yes, it's recorded. It's coming soon. Predictions or wish lists for bands that tied down 2024? Can't do that because we know them. Artist, video game, original soundtrack, Bloodborne, The Old Hunters DLC.
Dude, Doom.
Oh my God. Doom Eternal. Specifically.
Meshuggah adjacent. Just
I'll tell you, Justin and I at Close Casket made a legitimate effort to put out the Doom Eternal soundtrack
on vinyl.
And it's locked down so tight legally,
of course.
It'll never happen.
Is that Bethesda?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's id Software, I think, which is owned by Bethesda.
Gotcha.
And there's a whole legal dispute with Mick Gordon, the composer, and them that it'll never happen. But man, I'll never stop trying. I want it.
So fucking good.
And it's not on streaming. If your favorite deceased musician was suddenly back, first 4 records you'd show them.
Wow, that's a great
really
question.
Fun.
Wow.
If Pete Steele was back, I'd show him. I love There's No Law. Gaining Purpose. God's Hate by God's Hate. And Warning watching. And Warning watching from a distance. Because I think that came out before he died, but I doubt he ever heard.
I'm going to say someone other than Peter Steele.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of conversation. But if Dimebag was back, I'd legitimately just show him all of our bands.
Yeah.
He'd be into it.
He absolutely would. And now we know.
And we
for
know.
a fact from the Josta episode where he talked about Domination just being Helmet. What a fucking cool guy.
So cool.
Thank you, Josta, for that. Any severe weather stories while touring?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a great question.
I've been in more than one California earthquakes, which isn't weather, but natural disaster-ish. They were minor, obviously. Blizzard stuff, some ice stuff, no flooding, no tornadoes. James, we didn't talk about it much, but James used to go storm chasing. He was going to be a meteorologist. That was his thing. He's really into weather, and he went to college.
He's really into weather. It's incredible.
I mean, he was into storms. And
James, that's incredible.
He's still, and you know what's crazy? We'll ask him about stuff. Like when we're like, do we need to worry about, or like flights or whatever? And he'll just be like, nah, it's going to, and he's right. He looks at like...
Dude, that's crazy because I think meteorology is like the most bogus profession you can have. Like it's never right.
Because what they have to tell is different than what
they're seeing. I got you.
They can't tell people, hey, you're going to be fine.
Yeah. Because then, 1% chance that they're wrong, they're fucked. That's fun. There was a patch of ice in New Mexico one time that we and every car we slid on slid for like several miles. Like in unison, perfectly slid, going like 10 miles an hour. Most terrifying on-road thing I've ever experienced, other than me saving everyone's life in God's Hate, swerving out of the way from a deer. I saved every single member of the band's life. They were all asleep. They'll never know what happened.
Until now.
Deer came out right there, and it was straight up like, I think Leo was awake right here, and it was like a split-second thing where, with the trailer, had to go, because it was like, and I'm sitting there shaking, and everyone's like, what the fuck was that? And Leo's looking at me like this. He goes, that was fucking crazy.
Was that
I
our
was
van?
sitting there like, what?
Was that in our van?
No, it was in ours.
Okay.
And I was sitting there like, I think a tear, like right now, streamed down my face. And I was just like, holy shit, I just saved the whole band. Because if I wasn't paying attention in that split second, we're dead.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. That's not weather, though. Favorite piece of hard lore that still remains a mystery to you?
Oh, great question. I heard... what?
What did you hear?
I heard that Sammy from Goat Whore has the Jeff Hanneman Rain and Blood BC Rich.
Oh.
I can't confirm that. DK said no. Sean Martin said yes.
Who are you going to believe? Sean Martin.
So
he's got
would love to know. I know this is the nerdiest thing about me.
Okay.
Game of Thrones, certain weapons are named. Yeah. Lord of the Rings weapons are named. I love the concept.
Marcel, Anduril, Sting.
I love the concept of guitars having a similar kind of legacy, right? One time...
There's only one of those. I'm going to give it to the Valley Museum, I think.
There you go.
Yeah.
One time, I was double cross played with Champion. I broke a string. Arun gave me a guitar from Champion. Gave me a guitar to play.
A Ram?
Excuse me. Yeah. Gave me a guitar to play and played the rest of the set, said thank you to him. And I said, thanks, man. He said, yeah, no problem. Check out the nameplate. And where it says Les Paul, Todd Jones. It was the custom, the Les Paul custom.
Speaking of Todd Jones, I've never had this debunked by him, and maybe it's not true, but I love it. It's my favorite thing that he recorded all of the guitars for The Beat Goes On horizontal,
like laying down,
recording guitars at God City.
Now,
the whole album, which is why I took that picture while we were at God City.
And now, do you recall in the making of You'll Never Be One of Us, when he's shooting out sounds, that's what he's doing.
No.
So, but yeah, I would love to know, like John Christ's BC Rich is in the Hard Rock in Orlando.
Which is like, why?
I'm sure he can get it back whenever he wants, but so like little things like that, like where is that guitar? Where is this?
You love that.
Where's this legendary?
See, I never think about that, and I probably should.
Hetfield's 91 White Explorer. Where's that son of a bitch? Or it would be black by then, but the 89 one, I'm sure
he's probably got a room.
They have Prime HQ has.
There you go.
Like 600 guitars.
There you go. Best way to get out of your head while performing. How to have the best performance possible in a way that's authentic to you. It's really tough, especially when a mishap happens, like your mic cable getting ripped out in the first song,
or your stagehand
unplugging, or my stage tech unplugging the sample during the one sample. That gets in your head. You can't. You have to embrace your head rather than get out of it. You have to look around and look at the person. You have to look at Clerp singing along in front of your face and going, she's having a good time.
Yeah.
I should too.
There's also a fine line between being authentic in yourself and doing someone.
Yeah.
You don't want to be too much like somebody in your head. It's a fine line, and it is difficult to define. But I think the most important thing is, like, if you got to stand still, stand still. I wish you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But if that's what you need to do to feel comfortable, then go for it. If you need to go fucking insane and it sounds terrible, okay.
It's kind of dope.
Kind of dope. Look at No Justice.
Yeah. How to have the best performance possible in a way that's authentic to you. The way that's authentic to you might not be awesome.
It might be kind of, it might be
boring. And a way that's authentic to you might make me look at you and go, they're not having fun.
Yeah, I don't
Why
watch
the
this.
fuck would I?
Yes.
So get a fine balance of performance and authenticity. And that's the way.
And I'll tell you what, don't watch videos.
Don't. Be yourself. Just do your thing. What was your best show? What was your worst show? I don't know what that. Like HardLore episode?
No, it's got to be performing. Best show.
Best live performance I've ever seen.
I would imagine it would be ours. Oh, I like how you interpreted it better.
I mean, it's both thrower at the Metro, at the Oakland Metro. Just played. It's a tie between God's Hate, Sound and Fury 2 years ago, Twitching Tongue, Sound and Fury this last year. Those are my top two.
Best show I ever went to was the first Misfits reunion at Riot Fest. They opened with 20 guys, immediately cried.
Oh my God.
Just immediately teared up.
Yeah.
The moon was rising behind the stage. No joke. It was perfect. It was literally perfect. The worst was Matt's Keeping the Secrets.
Oh, the worst. I forgot about the worst.
Yeah, what's the worst show you ever saw?
Oh, man. I went to see Sepultura one time, and this band Angra opened, and I didn't stay.
For the show?
I left.
Sorry, Angra.
Angra recorded a cover of Wuthering Heights by Kate Bush as well. That always comes up as the karaoke option for Wuthering Heights by Kate Bush. And I end up accidentally having to sing their version. It makes me fucking furious.
Yeah.
So no diss to Angra. I think they're from Brazil. But they've ruined my life twice.
Best show I've ever played was our Metro show, the headliner just now. It just felt good, felt right. Family was there. No, the works. Worst show we ever played. We played a show. I look back finally. It was on the first tour. We played a show in Columbus, Ohio, in the middle of January. So it's frigid. Freaky Franz was there.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, it was when he was still Columbus guy.
Columbus, the drummer of a band called
Triceratops.
Empire.
Oh,
was his band.
Franz band?
Yeah.
No, it's Triceratops.
He played in a band called Empire as well, but Triceratops was wild.
Straight edge band, I believe.
Fucking badass.
Just literally played in my complete winter getup.
That cold?
Hat, hoodie, coat.
Wow.
Wish I could wear gloves.
That was the worst show ever.
That comes to mind.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we're in a garage.
Yeah, that's tough. Worst show ever here. I talked about 2 weeks ago. United Blood after show. God's Hate at 3 a.m. And Ruckus and Zabab at the Cobalt Cafe, 0 paid. What piece of merch or record do you regret selling to this day?
Oh.
My Baby Blue Fear of 5 hoodie. Greg, sell it back to me. I need it back.
They were just talking about that.
It really was.
I sold a bunch of shit in like 2010. If I held on to it now, my Depop would be
slamming.
Just like locking out shit.
Oh, okay.
Mental stuff, some old straight edge stuff. An American Nothing shirt.
Oh.
Rare.
Yeah. What is the best day job for touring musicians? What is the worst jobs you've had? I think Whole Foods is kind of the spot,
dude,
right?
Lyft and Uber.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a car, which I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever mentioned that. If you have a car, I mean, you can literally make your own schedule, work whenever you need to. Seems ideal.
Taylor did it for one day because he loves driving.
Right.
And in that day, he got a girl he went to high school with and a Nails fan. And he never did it again.
That makes sense. You guys aren't Taylor. No. I bet you could do it.
Yeah.
I worked at Whole Foods.
Yeah.
I fucked fish.
You fucked the fish there. And then went on tour.
I was a fishmonger there. I quit to go to Australia because they wouldn't let me.
Oh, so maybe that's not the end.
Fuck Whole Foods.
Okay.
But it does seem like barista. I worked at a bakery that was a cafe also. And
hardcore kids who are baristas are heroes. They're keeping this world turning.
Dude, also, the scooter companies all have a local warehouse. Mm-hmm. So if you got scooters in your city and there's like, you see them all over the place, find where the warehouse is, go to the website.
But like, I guess, best day job.
I'm just saying, it's $10.99.
Yeah.
And it's fucking like, oh, you're around, go recharge these.
The best day job would be some fake email job that you can do anywhere, realistically.
Yeah.
But that's,
true.
That's not
at home IT. If you're any good at computers, I did it. 3 years. Mm-hmm. I did it. I was out of town a lot.
You were asleep a lot.
I was asleep a lot.
Somebody said Fortnite. Absolutely. Been to any great ska shows?
Never.
I've only been to great ska shows. Every ska show I went to is the best show I've ever been to. Ska fucking rocks. Even the shitty fourth wave ska. I'm an apologist of a band called Suburban Legends.
You do not like Mad Caddies. I know it.
I don't know what that is, but I love Boss Tones. I think are genuinely one of the best bands ever.
I don't disagree, but they do something different.
They do something different, and it's the intention.
Yeah, it's the attention that I get.
I know. Wow. Streetlight always puts out a banger of a show. They said, I just got into them. Cosmic Joke got me into them. And I like that the horn parts are like hard riffs.
Right.
That's what works for me. They're riffs, which I really think are cool. I don't care about that. Will the Twitch Fits cover any songs from Project 1950? How about no?
Diana. That's some weird shit.
Is Vince McMahon on the Mount Rushmore of biggest pieces of shit in entertainment history? 100%.
Out of 4 in entertainment history, probably not. Just being objective. Is he a horrible piece of shit? Yeah, but we're talking like Weinstein.
Yeah, but this is all we know.
True.
Think about there's NDAs, you know.
Think about what people did to like Judy Garland.
Yeah. I would say in the past,
he's in the conversation.
24 years, 100%.
Right. Yeah,
but all time, maybe I don't.
He's got some company.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, he is.
All right, fine.
What do you recommend for Portillo's? Oh, I found one in Buena Park, California. I want to check it out. That's a good one. That's my local Portillo's. It's an hour away.
Get yourself a large beef. That's a bigger one. Don't worry about it getting it wet or dipped. Dipped is crazy. If you want to try it, try it. But you don't need it. You also don't necessarily need it dry. When I was growing up, I got it dry. I didn't like messy food. Get it the way it comes. I add mozzarella cheese, which is unconventional,
delicious,
and hot peppers.
Delicious.
A large fry with a couple ketchups, large Diet Coke. Get yourself a cake shake on the way out. If you're still hungry.
It's crazy that you like the cake shake.
Love the cake shake. It's difficult.
It is.
If you're still hungry, the onion rings are amazing. Mm-hmm. You can add a cup of cheese to your fries. Goes. The burgers are perfectly charbroiled, and a dog. Get a dog. It's the
There you
Chicago style.
Love the dog.
that.
Big fan. Holy Grail piece of merch. One you got, one you still want. I have the first Marauder shirt. I've always wanted a Cro-Mags Down But Not Out 89 shirt.
I haven't a single Marauder shirt. Do you know that?
That's none of my business.
My Wolf Moon shirt was pretty huge. That was a really nice birthday present from my ex-girlfriend. And Holy Grail. Wow. Maybe, Youth of Today shirt, Misfit shirt. A real, like, horror business shirt.
Do you think that would fit? I feel like they're small meat. They're all mediums.
You know how at tattoo shops they have, like, body prints? I want to do that with a couple shirts.
That would be cool. Yeah. Next hardcore band to have their song. Oh, wait, what does Bo think of the A18?
I love it.
We do this all the time where we travel and then we talk on the way home and go, I could live here.
Yeah. But like today, when he got a haircut and I walked up to a Blue Bottle, it's sunny. There's palm trees. I see mountains. Definitely thought I could live here. Yeah. But it's like, it's like an expensive ass suburb.
It is.
Of course.
Next hardcore band to have their song featured in a Taco Bell commercial. Like Koyo or some shit.
I could see Koyo for sure. I could see Fleshwater.
Fleshwater, big time. Theirs are kind of dark-sided, though.
Yeah. Could see it.
Yeah, that's true. Dream HauntLore location. Zach Bagans Haunted Museum, Las Vegas, Nevada. Please, Zach.
The Rave in
Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Or the Ambassador Hotel where Dahmer was.
Is that across the street from the Rave?
It's right there, yeah. Stuff like that I think would be cool.
Jostic, get us in touch. Any plans for an episode dedicated to European bands? If that's something you guys would like, sure.
It's gonna be not that I can name like 10.
It would require some
research for sure. And I've talked about Rise and Fall all the goddamn.
I'm a big Kickback guy.
Yeah. Main Strike.
Angel Crew rocks.
Iron Boots.
We're big UK guys.
Justice.
Say Iron Boots.
Oh, that's Richmond.
That's Richmond. Yeah. Somebody said "Do It Stink" though, 100%. But that's why we use Manscaped. HardLore. Top 3 albums or songs to listen to while running, doing cardio. This is a great.
We were just talking about that.
We were. So the big one, honestly, like one of the reasons I lost a ton of weight was that Murmur record that Pete Morrissey made.
Yeah.
It's like that dark folk record. Something about it was just like, I wanted to hear it so badly that I just started running. It was like, I need to do a thing and listen to this.
Wow.
So I listened to it over and over and over again when it came out. And then suddenly 40 pounds were gone.
When I did cardio stuff, it would be Age of Quarrel. It would be, ironically, 100 Demons self-titled.
See? He causes running.
Yeah, that's interesting, actually.
Yeah.
I never even thought about that.
Causes the runs.
But don't do cardio. You don't.
No, it sucks. Pixar movies ranked. Ratatouille number 1, 100% with a bullet. Monsters Inc. number 2.
Love Monsters Inc.
I might go Wall-E number 3.
Love Wall-E.
I'll just do top 3. I'm not going through the whole thing.
That's great.
What's your top 3?
What else is there? Truly,
the Toy Stories.
Okay.
The Incredibles.
Toy Story 2.
Cars.
I love Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2.
Big Burger King guy, this guy.
I'll say, is Nemo Disney? Pixar? Mm-hmm. Oh, Nemo. Mm-hmm. And then, said
Ratatouille.
Not right after Ratatouille. I haven't seen Ratatouille.
We should do that today.
We could do that tonight.
You were like, it's the best movie.
I've heard it. What were the other 2 though that you said? Wall-E
Monsters Inc.
and Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
I love Monsters Inc. is unbelievable. Yeah. Billy Crystal, you kidding me?
Yeah, come on. Put that thing back. Help me. Iced coffee, no matter what. No, I like a hot cup every now and then.
The only time I get a hot cup is if we're in a diner,
or if I'm at home.
Yeah, but I started making espresso tonic at home. That tonic water, dude. Unbelievable. If you've been watching me in the last couple episodes drink out of like a dark glass with ice, that's what I'm drinking. Espresso with tonic.
Question: favorite acoustic album? Oasis, MTV Unplugged. Unfucking believable.
Alice in Chains Unplugged.
Amazing. Yeah, that's number 2 for me.
Is Nutshell? That has electric elements.
On the Unplugged one?
No, just Nutshell, the record. It's like the songs are acoustic, but then there's like
Jar of Flies, you mean?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Jar of Flies, but I do think the purpose is softer.
Softer, yeah.
But I think there are some electric things going on. Is the intro to Darwin a sample or original audio? It's
a sample from Bad Lieutenant. It's Harvey Keitel.
There you go. Would also love to hear how you feel about No Gods EP today.
I think I like it. I think it could do with a remixed remaster.
I think that'd be awesome.
No Gods.
Nice. I think that's where you guys like figured it out.
Oh, it was very much. That was when the 2 dudes quit.
Yeah.
And the 2 Johns quit.
Harm's Way was truly born.
Yeah.
Did y'all enjoy Bangin' the Rock Fest? I had a great time. I loved the coffee shop across the street. Loved it. Something I was really stressed out about that weekend for some reason. That might have been that. No, there was no casino there.
Yes, there was.
In Little Rock?
Yeah, you went to it. You told the whole saga. You were in Little Rock for like 4 days.
That was Tulsa. Different place.
So sorry. Tulsa.
I got you, Little Rock. No, I just remember being stressed out about something going on that whole weekend, so I was like not having a great time. But our set was awesome. And I loved the coffee shop across the street.
Our set was cool. I had just gotten back from Las Vegas. I was just tired. We got to the show. I had to go to the hotel room and nap for a couple hours.
Favorite Nine Inch Nails song? Wish?
Probably Wish.
Really?
I really like Wish.
That song.
Hard. It's very hard. I mean, probably.
That's what I like. Everything I like about industrial music happens in that song.
Yeah.
A kind of like that, but like sounding like various metals.
Yeah, right. March of the Pigs is similar to that too. Do you know March of the Pigs?
No.
It's the one that's like it skips the beat. March right up.
Yeah, I love that.
Now that song's rocks.
Love it.
And Head Like a Hole. I know it's kind of a cliche, but
that's a banger. You know,
I'm
more of a Social Network score type resident.
Yeah, I'm more of a
Ross guy.
The movie Seven.
Yeah, there you go. But
he's a genius.
Oh, I love both of them.
Trent is a fucking genius.
I love both of them. I'm just never. I
got you.
Is what it is. What are you gonna eat in Texas in March? You tell me, brother. Also, Bo, what was the reason going for the quad cortex?
Dude, the quad cortex is so awesome. You saw it. I made a set for Weapon X the other day, and I just had like my set list ready to rock. I can have sets good to go. So like we're playing. Yeah,
you had amp presets for each song.
So,
and they were all named so that if like you knew how they were starting.
Yeah,
it was very smart.
So like and then also for Harm's Way, because we have songs that span records. We're gonna play an isolation song where I'm gonna pull up the tones that I dialed in from that record. We're doing Post-Human. I can just change amps.
Pretty crazy.
Fully EQs, fully automated, all that stuff. I use a 700 watt power amp with it. It's loud as fuck. I can fly with it. My whole Pelican, the whole thing is 48 pounds. Ready to rock.
That's impressive.
It's awesome. It's for ease and for, what's the word? Consistency.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. I want one. Colin, drum rig rundown. I have like an Eco X DW kit. It's bamboo. I have a Black Beauty snare. I'm a TRX man, cymbal wise. I like a 20, 19 crash wise. I'll do a 16 China splash in the middle and then another pair of stacked splashes right above the hats on a little hi-hat arm.
And an extra, you do 3 toms, right?
I like to do 2 racks, and that's because I'm left-handed and open-handed. So it's tough. New Taylor episode, probably my favorite guest. That'd be fun.
That's hilarious that he's anyone's favorite guest to me.
Well, the 5-time club is getting there.
And we need jackets.
We need the jackets. First instrument ever. Mine was drums.
Mine, really? Mine was a...
Actually, what am I saying? Mine was upright bass. Yeah.
Were you like...
Oh, yeah. And then it fell over and exploded.
You've not told this story.
It fell over and exploded.
Was it your dad's?
It was the school's. It exploded.
How old were you?
I was in 4th grade.
9-year-old.
Why are they sending me home with this?
Yeah.
From the school. What am I going to do with? Where is a student putting this?
Could you even carry it?
No.
Yeah.
I should have played cello or violin or something.
Even a cello would be massive.
Would be huge,
It's the
but
size
like,
of you.
yeah, it leaned up. It took up an entire room, and one day it just exploded.
Holy shit.
I never
I
touched
played cornet trumpet.
Ooh.
First
Can
one.
you still rip?
I'm sure I have the ability to, but I really didn't understand music until my dad showed me, here's a guitar string with frets. We have a piano. They're the same thing. That's when everything went in my head.
Gotcha.
And then I learned a power chord.
All right. For the love of God, how is Switching Tones Batman? Listen. Gotham was in shambles, right? So young Bruce Wayne, devastated by what he's seen and what he's been through, worked tirelessly to change the city, He did something nobody else had done. People thought he was crazy. The police, the GCPD was on his ass. Commissioner Gordon believed in him. One day, the day came where, other heroes rose up to help Batman. More villains rose up because just at the presence of Batman. But there was one day where Gotham was safe enough just from the idea of Batman. Batman having ever existed made Gotham a safer place to be. Because he could get you. He might get me if I do a bad thing. So Batman could take some time off. Batman could go away for a while. But that never lasts forever. It's Gotham, It's a dangerous place to be and to live. So every now and then Batman's got to come back and remind motherfuckers that he's out there.
I'm genuinely impressed. Costco, by the way. Costco
over Sam's Club all day.
I'm a recent executive member.
Where are we? When do we get hard songs by soft bands?
Yeah, that'll be coming up.
Very soon.
Probably could have done that today. There's
question from Claire. What is your favorite thing about working together, and what is a challenge about working together? Challenge about working together is week to week, like day to day, there ain't much together.
Yeah, right.
But what favorite thing about working together? It's easy.
It's very easy. Like
this is a great episode.
We've also been together since Thursday.
Yeah. Haven't even thought about it.
Yeah,
It's literally not an active thought in our minds.
The most challenging thing about working together is like fucking up. Like it is.
Yeah.
It's not like I ever set out to do so, or that
you.
I'm like relishing in like carelessness.
Yeah, I know.
Things happen, and it's very frustrating.
Right, and there's aspects of this where it's like it would take more time to send you this file and ask you to help me with it than it would to just take 5 minutes to do it. But though all of those things, like all those 5 minutes add up to about 16 hours. So it's, I don't know, it's tough, but it is what it is. We make it work. We always make it work. You set aside $100 a month for streaming services. What are you buying?
Oh, I see. So like of $100,
I would say
HBO
Max,
Spotify
or Apple Music
or both.
Shudder.
Yeah, you're a Shudder guy. Yeah.
Paramount
Plus was
they got some movies. You know what's kind of stacked is Apple TV, dude.
Apple TV has got
stacked.
a lot, and I'll tell you what,
it's always good.
Netflix is pissing everyone off.
It's shot. Dude.
It's pissing all of us off.
I'm over it.
The recent WWE announcement.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's gonna get me there.
Peacock, big Peacock guy.
Peacock rocks, but now with WWE leaving, it is like
I don't know that it's leaving though.
YouTube TV.
Oh, that's the one. It's
Sorry.
YouTube Premium 100%.
100%.
It's my favorite movie of all time.
It's the best.
Deserted Island pick for anything is YouTube Premium. Favorite home cooked meal? Like that I make or in general?
I think in general, yeah.
My dad is a southern-born, corn-fed motherfucker. And his chicken and dumplings are like, that's the one.
Really?
That's death row.
Very nice. My mom makes baked ziti.
There it goes.
Favorite.
There you go.
Just had some.
Episode dedicated to typo. We're working on it. Don't you worry about it.
They all kind of are.
Grocery store hot bar cuisine Mount Rushmore. It's Erewhon. Erewhon is all four heads.
And in there, it's any kind of brisket.
Yeah, something without a bone. There you go. Mose fucking sucks.
Yeah,
Anybody talking about Mose in here? Favorite Lord of the Rings character? Go off, King.
Let's go outside of the Fellowship.
Yeah.
I truly think that Theoden sacrifices the most, comes in clutch the most, and I'm talking theatrical, obviously. I'm talking the movies only. The guy wakes up, finds out he's been fucking everybody over, finds out his son is dead, says, I'm going to protect everybody. Oh shit, they're coming for us. Well, we're going to fend them off. Thank you, Gandalf, but listen, I got to do what's best for my people.
Yeah.
And you know what? Gundor calls for aid, and Rohan will motherfucking answer, and shows up, and then, dude, twice, he clears out the orcs on the Fields of Light, I think it's called, is the battle. They all retreat behind the men of the East, who are the mercenaries. He says, form a line, motherfuckers, and they charge at those Oliphants, and he dies on the battlefield to the Witch King.
Right.
He's the man.
You know who I like is the Hobbit that doesn't snitch. The one's like, there's no hobbits.
Ain't no hobbits here.
Yeah. There's no Baggins here, right?
No Baggins here. No. He
reversed.
He rats.
Oh, he says they're all in hobbits.
They're down there.
Right.
He's a bad guy.
So I'm a Rosie guy myself. I like Rosie. Sam's wife, Rosie. She's my favorite.
An interesting thought. I always thought that at the end of when they go back,
I thought those were his kids.
It's Peter Jackson's kids.
I know that, but
I thought that the guy who's holding the pumpkin is Smeagol. I thought that was what's his face? It looks just like him, Andy Serkis. I thought that was him. It's not, and it's just a coincidence.
It's a guy. I can't believe that. I just put together that guy snitches. I was like, he's a real one.
Yeah, but instead he's
just like, no, they're up there. This is where they are.
That way, bro.
Who's the William Shakespeare of hardcore lyricists?
Dude, honestly, in the eyes of the Lord, some stuff on there.
Bruce is up there. In terms of like sheer intelligence, like Shakespeare is as a poet, like poetry,
right? Like defined poetry, screenplay, even. Well,
who is the William Shakespeare of hardcore lyricists? Like somebody where I hear a big word and I go, how the fuck did they notice
Earth Crisis?
Yeah, those are crazy.
He's got some crazy lyrics.
Those are Shakespearean, and biblical. It's Scott Vogel. Covering a track off Lucifuge, what would it be? Probably like Killer Wolf or something. Or it would be Her Black Wings. That's the song that got me into dancing.
Or Snakes of Christ? Long Way?
It would be Black Wings.
That's 100%. The one. That's the song.
Favorite directors? Takashi Mike.
I mean, Scorsese.
Miyazaki. Scorsese. Fucking.
And I really like Denis Villeneuve.
Kurosawa,
Love the Coen brothers.
Sergio Leone.
Favorite NoFX song is The Bruise. The Bruise fucking rocks. It's what made me realize that Oi was okay.
Nice. Top 5 Hatebreed songs.
Good one.
That's the hardest thing I've ever been asked.
All right.
Songs.
So I want to purposefully spread.
Proven.
Puritan. Not One Truth.
These are yours.
These are mine. Beholder of Justice. Before Dishonor. Could not remember that word.
I would go Proven. Doomsayer. Severed. 2005 version. Burial for the Living.
Really?
That's Betrayed by Life. Burial for the Living is
that part's awesome.
And then I'd probably go 5th best Hatebreed song.
Gary King one.
Final Prayer, that's a great song. Might be Confide in No One. Favorite Norm bit. The part when he's talking about 9/11 and he says, don't laugh at 9/11. He's talking to Adam, his co-host, and he says, I was there. I walked through blood and bones to find my brother. And then Adam, his co-host, is like, Jesus. And he goes, he was in northern Canada. That's a good one.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
All right.
straight up. How did Colin become an amateur professional gambler? I'll be honest with you. So the OG gambler that I know is Josiah Hofflinger. And playing in the Midnight Suns with him, which was a 7-inch and 2 record. We made 2 records on Closed Casket. First record was called Ludomania, which means gambling addict. It means addicted to gambling. For some reason, I was inspired by that. And then another big thing is my wife, Lana, became the personal assistant for one of the biggest slot YouTubers. So it's a whole crazy community is people playing slots.
Watching people play
I
slots.
won't legally say which one, but he's the biggest one. And she was briefly his assistant. And there's a site called Chumba Casino, which got us through the pandemic. Like, it's straight up, like we did so well on Chumba Casino at some point that like it was basically a job.
So you
lost a lot too.
Yeah, of course.
A lot. It was, but it was a little over even. That at the point where it was like, okay, I could get groceries this week because I did all right on Chumba.
It should be noted for those of you listening who are thinking about dabbling in any of this that like most of the names you ever hear us talking about who gamble along with us are lifetime very down.
We're down. We're all down.
Very, very down.
We're all down.
Except for one guy.
Except for one guy who's up. But we're all down.
Yeah.
Hey, you two, planning to go to Sound and Fury this year, would be interested in getting tattoo in the area. Any recommendations for shops and artists? Go down to Holy Union in Echo Park. Go see Heather Bailey. Go see Olivia Cates. Get it done, man.
It's an awesome shop. Heather is edge. She's into wrestling.
Those wrestling shows, hardcore.
Dope music and hardcore.
She's half of the sexiest married couple to ever exist.
Very true. She is fucking awesome. She's done 3 of my tattoos now.
Love her. She's done the back of both of our necks.
Both of our necks.
And if you got an extra day, if you got extra time, head on down to Costa Mesa. Go see our buddy Mark Nava at Port City. If you're getting that tattooed on you at all, you might as well have it tattooed by the guy that did it. I love seeing people do that. It's my favorite thing. Yeah, that's it. Go to Port City or go to Holy Union.
And yes, we'll be at Sound of Fury.
Yeah, we'll be there 100%. Favorite death metal pit parts? All of my favorite pit parts are death metal pit parts. Thrones of Blood. Fucking
all of
Rapture.
All of Scourge of Iron.
All of Scourge. Gun. Fucking Epidemic of Hate. They're all up there. Albums you'd love to see get the reissue treatment that likely will never happen for reasons XYZ. Reissue. I would love to see Perseverance on vinyl for the first time.
I had no idea.
Boom.
HardLore Records.
HardLore Records. Why did you hate Saltburn so much? I just thought it stunk. It was gorgeous looking. It looked amazing, but it was without substance. I even liked the weird aspect ratio. It felt like the first movie I've ever seen that was crafted for TikTok clips.
Oh, shit.
Feels like, and like all of the big moments in it ultimately are for no reason. And they do this, there's like this twist in there that is like the worst, least effective like story plot line device I've ever seen. And it makes none of the other stuff make sense.
Interesting.
Or be important at all. It's terrible.
Death metal Mount Rushmore.
Morbid Angel. The Aside. Bolt Thrower. Suffocation.
Okay. Suffocation, Morbid Angel. Bolt Thrower, Cannibal Corpse.
Very, very similar. Once Upon the Cross is... what Oasis songs would you guys cover in your respective bands?
I mean, High-Vis did it, but What's the Story is like the only...
Morning Glory.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. The song Morning Glory, the opening song off of What's the Story, I think is the only feasible one. Because it's like hard.
So I would do I Hope, I Think, I Know. It's called. And as we beg and steal and borrow, life is hit or miss, and this I hope, I think, I know. And it's the whole thing is like you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Yeah, right.
But fuck you while I'm here.
Great Morrissey song too.
Exactly.
Or line.
You're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Dude,
You don't like me, but you love me the way you. Amen.
And then, or maybe roll with it. Heavy.
You gotta roll with it. You gotta take it. Yeah, that's true. Okay, I think we're at the bottom. What are your thoughts on Columbus, Ohio hardcore scene as it's becoming more prominent? I love to see Ohio thrive.
I mean, anytime a real specific place kind of pops,
Best.
it's awesome. How cool is that?
Louisville was not an A market.
That's really important.
The place to play there was a fucking living room.
10
and
years
now look at it.
10 years ago, it was like, I guess we'll have a routing show.
It's the preeminent fest for an entire region of the country, and that's honestly because like a band
and like 5 people.
and like 5 people worked really fucking hard to make it happen. So
And
that could be anywhere.
And now they have the fest in the Midwest.
So and Columbus is if Columbus is next, I'm there. I can't wait to fucking play Columbus. Why does Chain of Strength have only one good song?
Glad you asked, Bruce. Chain of Strength does not only have one good song. They have quite a few good songs. I won't say they have only memorable songs, but Through These Eyes, Impact, True Till Death, they're all good songs.
Yeah. Right.
Are they a band that I'm putting on anymore? No.
Are they a band I ever put on? No. Thoughts on Liquid Death?
I love the Stillwater.
The Sparkle don't sparkle no more.
Don't
From
sparkle.
what I found.
And I love the Armless Palmer.
I've never had that.
It's
I love the
awesome.
lime one.
Lime
But
one.
again, anytime I find it in any store, it ain't sparkling.
It's also got sugar in it, which
What?
all the flavored water has sugar in it.
Well, you couldn't pay me to drink it then. Who gets the couch when Bo visits? Bo gets the couch.
Bo gets the couch.
What do you think of my new couch?
It's awesome. It's deep. That's what makes a good couch.
Depth.
Is if you're sitting on it with your back all the way to the back cushion, your whole bottom of your hamstring should be couch.
Yeah.
So that you got room. If you're sleeping on it, you got room. I love a chaise lounge. It's got a nice chaise. I get the couch.
See? And it didn't fit through my front door, so they had to bring it in through this window. It was unbelievable. It was this window. It was unbelievable.
How did that
4 Russian guys.
How did that fit?
I have a video. Here it is.
That's unbelievable.
Can you believe them?
I can't believe
Their
it.
names were straight up like Vladislav, Alex,
and
Matt.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff and Matt.
Unbelievable. Who are y'all's favorite moshers and divers? That's an amazing question. Because I didn't talk about Jeff from Florida in the FYA episode. I love seeing Jeff from Florida go off.
He's got a great style.
Mike Body. Sebastian Paba. Moshers. Let's see. John Scanlon.
John from Vane and
John
Freshwater.
from Vane, hard mosher.
Trying to think if there's anyone specific who I know.
Divers. Riley Meisch used to be one of the great divers. He was in Souvenirs. He's a Santa Barbara guy. Believes 5G will kill us all.
Oh,
now.
okay.
So all that diving ain't good for the mind. Yeah. Favorite part of AVN, and will you be going again next year? We would love to come back based on what we did. Favorite part of AVN was just how welcome everybody was.
It was also really like pro. So like we checked in, got our shit, got right in, never got hassled.
In a minute.
Yeah, never got hassled. Got our credentials, no problem. Got through security, no problem. Like everything was just like very like, oh, here you go.
And it was inside a casino.
Really nice.
Really, really liked that. You believe folks fully understand the influence of the band called Death? Death, the other Death, was a black punk band that fucking kicked ass. And my man Corey here from Move has a great point. So no, I don't think, but I think there's a documentary about them. So check that out.
I definitely don't think
they get their just deserved.
Yeah,
no.
they don't get their flowers for sure.
How do you feel about the split between punk hardcore and metal hardcore? Can we both exist in harmony? I don't think those two things have ever been more unified than they are right now. So I think we're in a beautiful time.
Except for maybe like Agnostic Front era, like early Agnostic Front New York.
Yeah, when like only Paris making distinction of like, I don't like being called a punk. I think that's like a mean thing. That's the only time when like it was more unified.
Yeah.
Than right now.
Yeah.
I think they are currently like Knocked Loose and The Chisel could tour tomorrow, and we'd be like, it's a badass line.
I'm on my way.
Yeah. You guys feel that music videos are a lost form of art? I feel like people tend to skip over videos at this point. Shit is expensive, man.
I think we live in a time when video and digital media are so accessible and so rapidly thrown in your face, whether it's TikTok or Reels or Shorts or whatever, that making one that grabs someone's attention is really difficult. MTV used to be dedicated to just showing cool shit. Headbangers Ball used to be dedicated just showing cooler shit.
And now I guarantee you, I would bet you $1 million that if I turn MTV on right now, Ridiculousness is on.
Yeah, there's no music video. It's Fail Army, which I have that. I'm a subscriber. Yeah. I think it's really difficult to grab someone with a video. I think Knocked Loose did an excellent job. I think Code Orange did an excellent job. Orange always does
a great job. Well, just making something that this should be the goal with any art. Something that somebody wants to experience twice is difficult.
Wow.
So just try to think about that as your goal. That's why I made one that's 40 seconds long. Does Colin own any shirts with sleeves? Yeah. Story of how you ended up playing drums for Stigmata. Twitching Tongues brought Stigmata on tour on the In Love There's No Law tour. The package was Twitching Tongues, Turnstile, Stigmata, Downpresser, Angel Dust. Pretty good. On that tour, Stigmata knew Taylor played in Nails. They asked Taylor to play for This Is Hardcore because both Jason Bittner and Derek from One King Down could not play. Taylor said, I can't, I'm not good at filling in for bands, but you should ask Colin because I hear him playing these songs right now. Like this was like,
really?
Hymns was like my warm-up record. So they're like, we didn't know he played drums. Can you send us a video? So I sent them a video of the record and half of Do Unto Others. And they're like, oh, okay, you're in. We didn't practice. We had a 5-minute conversation about the set, which as I've discussed, that's why there's a mistake in there. It wasn't my fault. They didn't tell me they were doing an extra thing.
Right.
I played it like the record.
Yep. I watched that set from behind you.
Yeah. And that's all.
It was right behind.
That's all that happened. They just asked me because Taylor said no. C standard or C sharp standard? C sharp.
C sharp. Yeah. Why?
Like Carnivore.
That's right.
And Master Killer. Have you ever two ever jammed together or thoughts about collaborating musically? I mean, I'm on a Harm's Way song for one.
Yeah.
Called Amongst the Rust.
We haven't. Other than Pennywise Practice Space.
That's true. Other than playing We Gotta Know on Pennywise's gear at the Punk Rock Museum. Who is stronger?
Colin is stronger.
Chili's
the strongest.
Worst Metallica song and why is it I Disappear?
Dude, that is not that's actually objectively not the worst song.
Yeah.
Kind of go.
You ever seen a ghost? Yeah, but I've told the story.
Hey.
What was the best year for hardcore releases? 88, maybe? 89 was good. 94 was amazing.
94. Because you get, those are era defining.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're right. Guilty pleasure band, like secretly you love yourself some Breaking Benjamin type stuff. I don't believe in guilty pleasures, let me just say that. But Creed has so many fucking tracks that you just wouldn't believe it. Okay?
I genuinely believe that Disturbed has lots of good songs.
The red one.
Yeah.
The red album.
Yeah, the red one.
Hits, bangers.
And Indestructible.
I don't know that. Was that the first one? Okay. Oh, mommy. Hey, mommy, why are you?
Yeah, that part sucks.
That part's crazy. I love the tweet about that where they're like, does anybody remember the part in the Disturbed song where the guy's mom entered the studio and started beating his ass? Yaw Farms, baby, the GOAT. Thoughts on recycling your own riffs when writing new songs? I think this is a very creative way to do something. It gets the OG fans excited, and it's kind of a nice little cheat code.
We also we realized Seekers of the Truth and Other Side of Madness, and then kind of,
smart.
It's there.
Because then you just change the tempo a little bit, and it takes somebody, 21 years to put it together?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
31 years to put it together?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. hardcore subreddit or hardcore Twitter? Which one's worse? Both pretty bad.
The subreddit for sure.
Subreddit is for sure worse because hardcore Twitter people I see in real life.
Right. So some of them.
Everybody on hardcore Reddit is anonymous. Elaborate on the story of James screaming Coke.
Oh, did I not ever really tell this story?
I think you did, but it's the best thing ever.
We had just gotten back from Australia, probably like on a Monday or Tuesday. We're all jet lagged. Nobody could sleep. We had to leave for This Is Hardcore on a Thursday or a Friday after practicing. So we drove overnight from Chicago to Philadelphia, which is like 12 hours. Overnight, James developed bronchitis.
Oh.
Jay also got very sick. They slept in the hotel room the whole day. The rest of us were at the fest. I went and picked him up. We played the set. There's a picture of me like smiling and waving, and I'm facing a wall. I remember looking at my hand.
You guys were fucked up.
I remember looking at my hand and being like, "Thank God!" Like, you know what you're doing. Like, I was really not feeling great. And then after the set, James like had bronchitis, screaming into that mic. God, I hope whoever sang out of it next was okay.
Yeah.
We're outside. We're talking to Justin Loudon. And I was like, James, you want anything to eat? There's a food truck.
Nah, man.
And he said, nah. And then as I was walking away, his voice was shot. He was just going, go, go, go. And I didn't hear him.
Oh my God. Incredible. Gay son or thought daughter. I will never in this life procreate. I will never make a child.
NA.
If I did, I would hope that one child would be both of these things.
I would love a gay son who is my thought daughter.
Who is my thought daughter is the answer. Dead Body Tribal Gays split. When's that coming this year? Are you both going to be at Outbreak Fest? We would like to, but it costs a lot of money to get there.
But I will be.
Nope. Yeah, okay.
That's announced.
Oh, good. Oh, we'll be there. Bring back the Disharmony Rust episode. It was awesome. It was. It still is. When's the video games episode? I don't know how to do that or what you want to hear.
Terminator. This is a great one.
Terminator 2. It's T2 all the way.
But it's a similar comparison to Alien and Aliens.
Mm.
One is like space horror.
Mm-hmm.
One is space action.
Mm-hmm.
T1 and T2 is one is like a sci-fi horror, and one is a sci-fi action.
Yeah,
it's T2.
It's T2. It's not even close.
Even just driving around here, I see like the overpasses
the
over
Sherman
the
Oaks Galleria, where the Sherman Oaks ArcLight was, that's the mall.
That's the mall.
Yeah,
where that poor guy just gets fucking annihilated.
I know, but the redheaded kid from Pete and Pete,
the real one,
doesn't. That's a real.
That's who should have been in Hobbit.
Yeah, 100%. Should have had him. If y'all were to start your careers as drag queens tomorrow, what would your drag names be? This is good.
Bowen.
No.
Hooters.
Yeah, exactly. Bone Hooters. I've never thought about this. I think my parents were gonna name me Samantha if I was a girl.
They're gonna name me Dawn.
So Dawn.
Dawn
is very drag.
Dawn the Don.
Yeah, I would be like Sammy. Maybe mine would be Sam Witch.
Whoa! Just a fat witchy.
I would be a big girl. Sam Witch.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. Does that mean since Harm's Way is playing Outbreak and we get a live HardLore again? Last year's was incredible. We would love to do it. We're in.
But the actual logistics of doing that,
tough to do. It's expensive. Expensive to get us there.
Harm's Way ain't just doing a one-off.
Right. Exactly.
So it's
true.
I don't know how that.
So it'd have to all happen in one day. What's your opinion on traditionally hardcore fests starting to book more bands from outside of the genre? I think if it works and the audience wants it, that's the move.
I think it's borderline a necessity.
Yes. You have to evolve. You have to listen to people. And if something works, you follow it. You listen to it. If it doesn't work, i.e. Sound and Fury before Martine and Riley got it back, you've done something wrong. If you misstep in a way that if you get greedy, like some guys did, then it's not going to work. But you got to listen to the people. Do you have any plans to come together to Europe again this year? How well can Bo speak German?
Besser als dich for English. That's just for you.
Nice. Very good. I don't have any plans yet. I would like to. Let's see. What could we do as the worst one? Or like the last one. I was reading the word worst.
Yeah, I saw that.
Top three hog riff bands. What does that mean?
What does that mean? Hog riff.
Hog riff, like Southern?
Like Southern. It's crowbar.
It's down. It's crowbar.
Pantera.
And it's yeah.
Go to or what's your favorite wrestling finisher? This doesn't have to be the last one, but
Burning Hammer.
That's right.
100%. Fucking brutal.
Right on his goddamn head.
Yeah.
Mine's Razor's Edge.
There you go. I can tell. Going to Japan in October. Any suggestions on what to hit up? This will be my first time on a plane, and I'm stressing any tips on how to deal with anxiety during a flight. This is a loaded question.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, the flight. Just bring stuff to keep you entertained.
Something to do.
You're most likely going to have a TV in your seat.
On an international flight, it's pretty much guaranteed.
Pretty much. Although when we went to Japan, the flight to Hong Kong I was in the middle of a 5-seat row with nothing.
Right. And that was my flight home from Australia and Japan. Domestic planes.
Yeah, domestic planes. It's brutal. But I'm almost positive that wouldn't happen anymore. Almost positive. Look it up ahead of time. You can always check.
Yeah.
You can check what plane you have.
Get nice, fully charged, noise canceling headphones.
That's huge.
Because the plane is loud.
Very loud.
The white noise of the plane itself is loud. Japan in October, I'll be there at the end of February. I'm going for 10 days on the longest vacation I've ever been on. So I'm going to have a bunch of episodes ready to go so that nobody misses anything. I'm going to work my ass off and get it done.
Record store, go to Nerds.
Go to Nerds for sure. That's an independent store run by hardcore kids. And then Disc Union is everywhere.
Oh, okay.
There's a bunch of them. Mm-hmm. And they all have a hardcore punk floor where they got like vintage shirts.
Really?
Japanese punk records for no money. American punk. Like I have 5 Deadly Venoms. I have a Famous Monsters picture disc, that I got there for $20.
Holy shit.
So it's go to every Disc Union you see because they all have different stuff.
And 2 more points. There's an awesome YouTube channel that is traveling all around Japan. It's like there's no words. Mm-hmm. It's completely just ambient noise.
It's awesome.
Taking ferries and buses and trains and stuff all over and like eating and like the best ways to do it. And pack yourself a little like sleep bag, they call it. It's just like a little pouch with like maybe some mouthwash, deodorant, face scrub kind of guys. Freshen up on that plane after you wake up from the only nap you'll really take.
Yeah.
You'll feel really good.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
It does it for me.
So, February is going to be busy for me. But
March is going to be busy.
March is going to be. I'm going to every weekend. So the next 2 months, we're going to load stuff. At some point, there's going to be a 3-week run of the New York HardLore saga, and my God, that stuff is good. And then we've got Brendan Incendiary coming up. We've got Trey from Dying Fetus coming up. AVN coming up. We got
the Punk Rock Museum.
Coming up. I think we're set.
I think we're good.
Thank you all so much for joining us this week. We love you very much. We'll see you soon. Bye.